Hey guys, J-Man here. All right, we are in the Fantom Zone, and we're going to be talking about just some random stuff. So I know it's Thanksgiving for a lot of people in America. Not a lot of people in America. That was dumb. All people. So everyone's celebrating Thanksgiving. So if you're having your Thanksgiving, that's great. Happy Thanksgiving. And if you're on here with us during Thanksgiving, that's great. It's good to see you guys. So I'm in Canada, so we had ours already. Oh, it's just Sean texting me. All right, so yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody in the States. And let's bring in Greymalkin, who is with us right now. How's it going, dude? Hey,
Hey, it is
how's my
thank.
audio?
Oh, your audio is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I got you loud and clear. It
Oh,
is Turkey Day, but
yes.
I am working today,
Oh my God.
so I'm. This is a paid gig for me. So yeah, hey, thank you, J man, for giving me my first paid gig. Thank you. This is nice. This is nice.
Well,
Man.
so how man? You know what, man? X-Men. What's the Sword has been really good.
Yep.
And what's the other one? That was what was this week's X-Men
Uh,
and
uh, and
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Wolverine. Yeah.
Wolverine was good, but I really like Sword. I thought that was awesome with Whiz Kid and like that how he
He's a
manipulated
little full of
everybody.
himself, though. I always thought he's a little full of him. All right, I was like, okay, calm down. All right, like I see what you're coming from. You're making it seem like you're smarter than everybody. Get over yourself.
Well, he is Whiz
And I
Kid.
don't. Yeah, I know, I know. It's just like, I don't want to do the resurrection protocols for this, this, and this. I'm like, okay, it's not a big deal. It's nobody's gonna judge you for it, man. Get over yourself.
Well, I
No,
just
but Brand, jeez,
she's
she should be
tiny.
on the council.
Yeah, she's good.
She's really good, like crazy good. It's, but yeah, X Men this week was amazing. Wolverine was really good.
It was
Who
so good.
knew? Who
I told you
knew?
I was with Wolverine from the beginning, man. I really liked this Wolverine issue a lot. This was great with like Bannister and Maverick and all that stuff.
Right. Okay. And I kind of understand. Like, I saw this review about it on AIPT, and they were talking about um, how Berenster is a good friend, and how Maverick is like not. He's a friend, but not really, and
Right.
like that. I was like, no, 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 no. There are different types of friends. Like Berenster, he's that new friend that you're willing to do a lot for because you're still trying to. It's like a new relationship. You still like you want to do everything you can. You want to make sure you're good. Maverick, Wolverine knew what Maverick was from the jump. He even said he is a bastard. He looks out for himself. And so like when Maverick does this, why are you surprised? Like, duh, he doesn't believe in mutant. He believes in getting his money. And with
Right. That was
Forge,
very clear.
yeah, that was like, why are you surprised? Like, you don't trust him. You trust his character. You know how you know how he works. And also, I love Forge. I feel like he's been getting a lot of love recently. Oh, that's the one last week. It was Sword and X Force. X Force really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Really,
Okay.
you have all the adamantium and you made yourself a damn surfboard. This isn't Surf Ninjas.
Oh
Okay,
my
why
God.
are you doing this? Like this is seriously. I haven't recorded it yet, but the name of the Wolverine of the X Force issue would be White Man's Ego. Like this is just oh god, just this and the whole Rittenhouse and like oh god, can we just get over this? You wanna claim nature? You wanna do oh god, Wolverine, get over yourself. Wolverine, you are the reason why your mom killed herself. Let's go with that. Let's talk about you if you want to talk. Oh, hey Josh, happy
Hey,
Thanksgiving.
Josh.
Sorry, I was going on a tangent,
We,
but
we, we,
yeah,
we were ranting a little bit. I like the Wolverine thing. Look, man, he made a surfboard. That's cool. I like those surf buddies of his, which are all bad guys now or whatever. I almost wish they were bad guys. I wish they were all together and just going around and doing cool shit.
I just kind of feel like anytime Wolverine meets a new woman, like she's either gonna die or she's gonna end up betraying.
That is what happens.
That's how they all do. He never has any women in his life who are just like, hey, we're just cool. Because later on they die.
Yeah, there's good. Well, that's how it goes with Wolverine.
Right.
Hey, hot takes. Hey, hot takes. If you want to do, I might do a Star Trek character tier list. So let me know if you're down for that. And everybody on Star Trek Discovery is going to be going right to the bottom of that tier.
Riker forever, okay? Just saying.
I have. Do you know I met Riker? Right? I got a picture with him.
Yeah, Jonathan Frakes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Like,
Yeah.
like he. Okay, I feel like he. Like, we should. He should have more work out there. I don't know why. Like at some
He
point, I feel
directs.
like he should be a villain.
Yeah.
I would love to see him as a villain, like a likable villain. Like seriously, if Robert Downey Jr. hadn't said he wanted to do it, and if Jonathan Frakes is probably like 20 years. All right, if Iron Man had been made in the 90s, I would be okay with Jonathan Frakes being.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting Iron Man.
Right?
For sure.
Like,
Yeah, I think he
believable.
wants to direct though. His thing is because he directed some of the movies, and he's a behind the cameras kind of guy. I think he likes doing that. A lot of them do. If you're watching, because I go through all the Star Treks periodically, and I'm on Voyager, third or fourth time through now. And I notice, that a lot of the like B'Elanna Torres, I can't remember her name now. She directs a few. Picard or Robert Picardo, the Doctor, directs a few. So it's like they this is where they get their start, their bit characters or their characters in Star Trek.
Right.
Start directing episodes. And Frakes did some of the movies. He did First Contact, I think, and he did.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool. I seriously, I really like First Contact.
Me too.
Like,
yeah.
Like First Contact was really good. I don't care what anybody says. Anything with okay, when Generation was in the movies, I was like, oh my god, they made it. Like anything with Star Trek with TNG, I love it. Oh god, the Borg, they're the perfect villain.
They're awesome.
The original Star Trek wouldn't know what to do with the Borg. Like Kirk would have been trying to have sex with all of them, and he's like,
figure out a
no,
way.
man, that's not appropriate. Stop trying to have sex with the Borg Queen.
Did you see Carnage? Have you seen Venom?
Oh no!
It's
I know
bad.
You know what? I avoid Venom. I avoid Carnage. I avoid them like the plague. It's like it's herpes.
The first half an hour. So Hot Takes is finishing up now. We're gonna do the Star Trek thing on another time. We'll figure out something. But Carnage. So I watched it today. In fact, the first half an hour is unbearable. It is so bad. The writing and like it's just Venom and Eddie as like a slapstick comedy duo, and it ain't Laurel and Hardy. It ain't friggin' the Marx Brothers. It ain't friggin' what's it called? Laurel and Hardy or Abbott and Costello. It ain't Abbott and Costello. It ain't even Chris Farley.
It's not Step Brothers?
No, it's bad. It's just bad. And then Carnage looks really cool. Like he looks awesome. But like they got Shriek in there, and they wasted Shriek. Who else was in that? I mean, I just can't tell Michelle Williams.
But J-Man, you already know what this whole movie was for. The entire thing was a way to show off Venom and Carnage before moving them into the MCU. We know this. So and plus it made its money back. We knew what this movie was. It's not important. Morbius is not important. They're building up so Spider-Man doesn't need the other Avengers anymore. So he has his own thing. Like it's bad. I don't care about Carnage. Like I haven't even seen Internals yet.
It's awful.
I know it's just a friend of mine was telling me yesterday, like, oh, like I want to see Internals, but like I got work the next day.
No, it's awful.
It's exhausting.
it's actually like a really bad movie because sometimes the Marvel movies are not good movies for the character, but they're not like bad movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. Like let's say Shang-Chi is not a great Shang-Chi movie for Shang-Chi, but the movie is a lot of fun and has some cool fights and it's enjoyable movie. But like, or Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok, it's not like, Thor's kind of a goof in it and it's a bit silly, but it's a fun movie. But Eternals is just not good. Like it's just bad. Like Captain America Winter Soldier, these were like good movies. They're just good movies, but like I'm not even looking for a good movie. I'm just looking for an entertaining movie. If you can't give me a good movie, give me an entertaining one where I can at least watch and be like, that was a lot of fun.
This has been a bad year for Marvel. Like this pandemic's been hitting every all right. I'll just be honest. WandaVision sucked.
I liked WandaVision. I know you didn't like WandaVision. I liked it. That was
just overall, Falcon Winter Soldier sucked. Loki sucked. Black Widow. Okay. I want to give Black Widow a pass, but the fact of the matter is, this movie should have came out 5 years ago. That's it.
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything. And what is?
I think I'm echoing.
Like the second.
I think I'm echoing through on your side.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got you on my thing. My bad.
Oh, okay, maybe yeah. It's I think that's what's going on. It's like Black Widow was good. Oh, hot takes. No. Stop it.
I don't know.
Stop it.
No. That is a hot take. Yeah,
that is a hot take.
Said that. Like Black Widow should have came out 5 years ago. Why? I don't get it. Also, you know what? I did not care about Shang-Chi. I had fun, but I didn't care. I don't care about Shang-Chi. Eternals, I'm good. Even Hawkeye, I don't care. Like even the first 2 episodes just came out, and I'm like, I really don't care. I don't care about Kate Bishop. I don't care about Clint Barton.
We're gonna talk about. I'm waiting for once Sean and Steve come on, we can talk about Hawkeye because I watched the first 2 episodes. Hawkeye's my 3rd favorite Marvel character, and I've got the first appearance of Hawkeye right here, and I've got like Hawkeye toys.
Yeah.
My 3rd tattoo is Hawkeye.
No, okay, it's the fact that it's set for Christmas. I'm just like, oh god.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the snow setting as well. I'm in Canada, so we love the snow setting.
What? Yeah, but it's just like I'm just getting Home Alone, Lost in New York vibes.
Hot takes. Are you serious? You want to come on here and defend Black Widow?
Yeah, that's going to be a fail. Let's do this.
Hold on. Let me get on Twitter here and send it to you.
On the most peaceful of American days before the most violent.
Yeah, we gotta keep it. We gotta. Man, I've already been in so many fights this week. It's crazy.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. We're fine. Come on, we're fans of the same thing. We can disagree and still like each other. It's not a big deal.
Hold on, I gotta find hot takes on here.
He's gonna come in guns blazing too. I can just see it.
Damn it! There's too many things on Twitter.
Oh, everything's on Twitter. Twitter is the older sister of TikTok.
I gotta see who I'm following. Hold on. The thing is, I'm like the worst at at like figuring stuff out on Twitter, man. I'm like I'm like just the worst. Nerd man, what's your with enough prep time? Yes, that's right. Let's see. There you go. Found you. All right. There you go. There you go, buddy. Your link is set to you.
All right, cool. All right. Let's do this. I'm making an
8-page essay on the evolution of Batman for my class. Oh my god, I had to pick a topic and I picked Batman. That is fantastic.
You need more paper. You need more pages.
Check this out. I'm going to show you something. I started to prep something. Hey, what's going on, nerd man?
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude, okay, we're going to get into this. in just a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go for
Give me a
it.
second.
Hey, brother.
I wanted to show Arkham something. So when I was in university, we're not going to talk about this now, but I was setting this up as a live stream discussion, which now I can't find. Oh, here we go. When I was in university, I took film courses and stuff like that. When I was it was funny. In high school, I took every science and math course at the highest levels. And then I took all of the art courses as well, and then I became more of an arts and a writer. But for one of my courses, I drew. Now this isn't the picture I drew because I don't have that anymore. But I actually drew a Batman photo, and then I put a caption, and I did a presentation about captions and art and how they relate to each other. So if you were in a museum, you would read a plaque or something. And this is a facsimile of what I created, which was this right here.
Oh wow.
And if you look at this for a second, I didn't draw this. I drew it myself, but this isn't the picture I drew. But this is just so see how it says this is Superman. So that was what that's what I based my presentation on, because to someone who doesn't know anything, they might think this is Superman. Then again, could it be that Clark?
You're playing on perception.
Right, but also maybe Clark Kent is wearing Batman's costume. So then is the costume Batman or is the person in the costume Batman? So I did this entire presentation. This is my presentation at university just to talk about captions lie. Like if you see this, people will automatically believe that is true, but they can lie. A caption can lie. The name of the painting could be a lie. So it was this whole thing. So I was going to actually do a stream about that, just discussing this, because there's so many different facets to this thing. It's like, what is Superman? Are you just saying, Batman is a Superman? He's not just a regular man. He might be a super guy. He's like smarter and more agile and a ninja. But do you mean Superman, the character? And what is Superman? Like if someone doesn't know who Superman is, do they even know what the context of this image even means? Right? Like, yeah. So I did this whole presentation. Anyways, whatever. I'm just giving that to Arkham. All right.
But yeah, okay. No, I think. I mean, they're all superheroes named after Superman, so I guess they're all supermen and women in some way. So,
right,
I mean,
they're all super.
All right, so go ahead and give me your Black Widow is not the trashiest movie of all time.
Dribble my defense of. Black Widow. Listen, dude, I don't really have like some kind of massive defense. I haven't come on here for like a Barney or something. I actually was agreeing with most of what you said. It's not like I don't think Marvel's had a bad year. They have. I mean, in terms of the quality of their films, it's all been going downhill. From like Eternals is just I don't even know what that is. That is a travesty. That's genuinely one of the worst. I think we could, if people can't unify around this, like Batman and Robin, or say like Wonder. Well, you liked Wonder Woman 84, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it. It's my favorite DCU movie.
You're kidding me.
Okay,
no. Number 2 is Wonder Woman Part 1.
Wait.
I can defend why I like it if you want, but.
No, but do you know what? Like, there's fun to be had in that movie, to be fair to you. The Eternals, there's just nothing. I don't think there's anything really, like, of substance to be had. And I felt like that could be a unifying thing. Like, at least we can all agree Eternals is just not a good fucking film. But like the rest of them thought, it actually, I said this before, like it actually made me appreciate some of the MCU movies I used to bash, actually, in past.
Why are you bashing?
I was like, there's lots to bash about the MCU. But so in that way, I can see that Black Widow might not be some people's taste, but it might be others. But I just don't see how you could see it as like this terrible movie.
It's not terrible
in regards to everything else. It's just about on par, if not better, than most of what the MCU puts out. And then I'll say this: these TV shows as well have been god awful. Really have, and to the point where I watched the first episode of Hawkeye, thought it was quite good, but I'm just not interested. I'm actually genuinely just not interested. Like I still, because WandaVision started off okay. So did Falcon and Winter Soldier, and it just descended into a trash. So I just really can't be bothered. And it's Hawkeye. Why did who wants, I gave them a chance to make me interested in these characters that were stock characters who just weren't, that interesting enough to have their own movies. I gave MCU the chance to get me into them, like Wanda, what's Vision, fucking what's the other one's name? Oh yeah,
Loki.
Falcon.
Even
and
Iron Man was
Falcon
a
and Loki.
player.
No,
Like,
that's
even-
different.
but,
That's
like,
different
Mark-
because the MCU established him as a film star. Like in the beginning, it's like, okay, Iron Man's something to watch.
I understand that, but before the movie, Iron Man was kind of like a B-League player.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
saying
what I meant.
that.
I mean, like,
To me, the only characters that have come out completely untarnished by the MCU is Captain America and Iron Man. Like in the sense of these are movie characters. These are characters worthy of movies. The rest of them, I'm like, yeah, okay, you can make a movie about Ant-Man. You can make a movie about the Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever, right? They can be fun. But in the end of the day, I don't care if I never see the Guardians of the Galaxy in a movie again. I don't care if I never see Thor in a movie again. I care if I never see Captain America in a movie again.
And it looks
or
like
Iron Man.
Wow, that's a hot take.
You're not going to see either of those two, I think. I think so. I mean, I can give you a real quick rundown. Hey, Phantom Outsider, thanks for popping in. Black Widow, I thought was great in the beginning. I was really, because I would watch it at home, and I was like, man, this is freaking awesome. The Taskmaster came in and kicked the shit out of her. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I like Florence. I was like, yeah, this is great stuff. And then the third act just fell apart because I started to think, I'm like, well, if you can just mind control people, why do you need to kidnap little girls? Like the point of kidnapping little girls is so you can brainwash them and indoctrinate them into your way of thinking. And that's what they did with Black Widow. So I thought that's weird. And I thought, okay. And I was like, well, the Taskmaster.
You mean like presidents and stuff?
Yeah, well, sure.
Like basically
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get what you mean. Like
I'm
you
saying,
like you can all the powerful people, they could just control them instead of controlling the girls.
Right. Control exactly. Control all these other people.
Right. Okay.
No, but
continue.
The movie.
Sorry.
So
no. Continue, J-Man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So that was my.
No,
so then that was my problem. But then the second problem was that there wasn't excitement, like in the sense that like it's like this old guy. And then she's Taskmaster. And I thought, oh, now we're going to have a kick-ass battle between her and Taskmaster. She can pay him back. And then she removes the helmet and it's Olga Kurylenko. I'm like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like, oh, it's not the Taskmaster we know from comics. It's this guy's daughter. And I thought, well, that's lame because the Taskmaster we know has the ability to mimic people's powers. How does she have that ability? Oh, she has it because it's a microchip. And I thought, well, then give that microchip to everybody. And then you've got 100 Taskmasters. It's like, okay. Then it's like, oh, you can't attack me because I've got this pheromone thing. I'm like, okay, wait, what's going on? And then she smashes her face. She doesn't fight Taskmaster. And she beats up an old man. I'm thinking, this is not exciting. Like the buildup was like, we got to get our team together. We're going to go fight. And I thought, wow, this is going to be fantastic. And then it was just like Taskmaster's now a good guy. I'm like, okay. And then they freed all the girls who have no abilities. Like they can't even get a job at McDonald's. Like they're like, we're all free to do what? You can't do anything. You're not qualified for any jobs. I don't know.
I know.
It just
you know what it
in the
is
end.
though. You know what it is. A lot of these like super soldiers. What do? They start becoming mercenaries. They start doing black ops jobs. So they they go back to the work they were doing when they were under the influence, so to speak.
But here's my problem with your critique there, right? Like, I always look at a critique of a film as in, one, I try and make sure that I'm critiquing it from the point of view of what the filmmaker's trying to do. And I try and look at it from the point of view of, would people who like this type of movie like this movie, right? Like who like this kind of genre of movie like this movie. And the third thing I always try and do is think about the logic of the movie itself. Is what happens in the movie consistent with the logic of what the premise of what the movie is set up? And to me, your critiques don't meet that criteria, because you're critiquing it from the viewpoint of like, oh, if this was happening in reality, somebody smashing their face against a thing you would not like stop them being able to smell pheromones or whatever. Or if this was happening in reality, these girls wouldn't be able to get a job in McDonald's. It's like that's not really. You know, that's comic book bullshit.
No.
That's the film.
But in the movie, it doesn't make sense.
And what I liked about what they did in the movie is actually it was a callback, right? All of that last scene, and I thought that the bad guy was pretty, for an MCU villain, was actually doing something for once pretty heinous. You know, grabbing little girls and like fucking brainwashing them, and having that kind of allegory towards like, you know, trafficking girls and whatever, especially in that part of the world. I thought this was actually a pretty sinister villain for what he was actually trying to do. I saw him as the real villain of the film, not Taskmaster. So I was disappointed in what happened with Taskmaster as well. Trust me. I mean, like, she didn't really show her using her fighting skills at all. But that being said, like, Taskmaster isn't like that important to me. I don't think it's like one of the greatest comic book villains where you can't touch or do anything different with them. I just don't see that character having the big kind of fan bases like Joker, Riddler, or Doctor Doom or something like that. You know, just to finish the point though. The callback that it had to Avengers and the way that Black Widow was interrogating people in the Avengers movie was enough for me to say, yeah, this is a nice callback to that, and then a nice send off to Black Widow. And I really did feel it was her movie and she was the hero by the end. So again, the main issue is if I break down most of your critiques there, J-Man, they're critiques of why the movie didn't follow the logic of our world as opposed to the logic of its own world. I think the movie followed the logic of its own world.
Oh, I'd still disagree, because if he has this pheromone power, give that to everybody. Like, make it so that no one can touch him. Like, how does it work? Like, within the movie, they have to explain stuff in the movie. Like, he's saying, I'm doing all this stuff, but it doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, I'm brainwashing these little girls. Well, brainwash mercenaries who are ready to go. The point, he's using mind control technology. He's not raising them.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it like, again, if you go by that logic, you could basically, unless it's an unmitigated masterpiece, you could break down any film like that. I mean, tell me your favorite film. I literally could
my
probably
favorite
go,
movie?
hey, you know, maybe superhero.
It's gonna be Wonder Woman 1984.
No, my favorite movie is Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, well, I haven't watched that in a long time.
It's a masterpiece of filmmaking and sound.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it when I was younger.
You know what?
I just haven't seen it in a long time.
I'm gonna be the weirdo and say that I've never seen it. I know of it, but I've just never seen it. But with Black Widow, my thing about it was, I mean, it was fun. Like, Scarlett Johansson looked like she was really having fun making this movie. She's been trying to be an action star the last few years, I've noticed. And hey, do you, all right? Do you. But just everything about this movie is just like so insincere. Like they gave her a movie and they never mentioned, she doesn't even mention that this happened.
What happened?
Because this is supposed to be like Civil War before like Doctor Strange or something.
And that makes it insincere.
Oh, you're cutting out, Gray.
Somebody would have said something.
But that makes it insincere
so,
because it doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Because it doesn't like.
No.
It tries to
like,
be a movie that
was
holds on its own rather than like a movie that is kind of enmeshed in this, long form TV show narrative of the MCU. Like it doesn't have enough connection to the MCU. It's like Captain Marvel had loads of connection to the MCU. That doesn't make it a great movie. I mean,
they did Black Widow the same way they did Captain Marvel. The way that
they didn't.
Flashback.
No, they didn't.
It doesn't.
Dialogue was better.
No.
Music was better. Cinematography was better.
He's not saying the movie. He's saying
Action
the character.
Was better.
He's saying the character. He's saying the character, not the movie. He's frozen. I think what he was trying to say was like the way Captain Marvel was shoehorned into this thing. They kind of made it like, oh, this is taking place before all of this. It just kind of wonkified. Because Marvel does rely on the fact that everything's continuing into the next movie. So when you have these ones that take place in between or before, it might be weird for people. That doesn't bother me. The point of it is, for me, is that they built up all this stuff. They changed Taskmaster. To your point, okay, nobody cares about Taskmaster. So if nobody cares about Taskmaster, give us the real Taskmaster, and people might care about him. Because my problem is anytime I watch a movie and then I go back and read the comics, and I'm like, whoa, this isn't what the movie is. And this has happened not just with movies, but even with TV shows that were movies. Like when Starsky and Hutch came out, I saw that in the theater, and I remember Starsky and Hutch as a kid watching it on TV, thought it was really cool. I saw the new movie, I was like, wow, this is great, it's so funny, it's blah blah blah. Then I bought the TV seasons, watched them all, and I thought, wow, this movie's awful.
Yeah, of course.
Right now, my wife and I absolutely despise that movie. And that's the thing. It's like if you start researching Taskmaster, I play him in the game. A lot of people know Taskmaster because it is an issue, and it's an issue for no reason. They could have just said it was his son. If they wanted the connection, they could have just said it was his son instead of his daughter. Like, what was the point of that? So it's just irritating things like that. Hey, okay, great, Malcolm, you're back. And I just don't like everything is just too weird and convenient, and it's not exciting. Like, I wanted to Taskmaster beat up Black Widow, and she never got payback for that. And it's just, I'm not saying it was a garbage movie because I really liked it up until then, but I don't think it's very good. I think it lost itself in the last half an hour. I could have easily.
But I think it's easily better than Shang-Chi. And by what you said so far, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like with Shang-Chi, with the amount of logic that is just like, wait a second, why is Shang-Chi like angry that his dad wants to avenge his mother? Wouldn't he want to avenge his mother as well?
But he knows it's not true.
Like he's basically angry. No, he's angry at his dad and wants to kill his dad because he trained him. He trained Shang-Chi to basically be, a martial arts expert to the degree that he could go and avenge his mother. That's basically it. And he wants to kill him because of that. He says he's going to kill him because of that.
That's not why.
Why?
When Wu turned Shang-Chi into a killer, Shang-Chi killed people for his father. That was the thing that he admitted. He's like, I've murdered people, and he thought he was doing it to help his father. His father brainwashed him the real way, not through fake technology.
When do you see him killing anyone?
He admits it. That was his secret that he admits to Awkwafina. He's like, oh, I told you. Yeah, that was the big scene that they had together. He's like, oh, I told you that I went off or whatever. He goes, but I didn't. I did kill him. He killed that guy or whatever. And
he killed the guy who was going to kill his mother. Or he killed the guy who killed his mother. That's who he was saying he killed.
He killed the guy who killed his mother. Yeah, the guy.
Right, and he was angry at his dad for sending him to kill that guy.
Well, you're turning his son into a murderer. But anyways, he wasn't angry at his father.
He's not a murderer. It
is murder. Murder is murder.
Wait. Okay, all right.
We're not saying justifiable murder. Not justifiable.
Finish.
Yeah, okay. Not justifiable. What I'm saying is like, but he wasn't angry. He's angry at his father, yes, for training him, and he didn't like him anyways. He was more with his mother. But the thing is, he didn't go out to try to kill his father. He took himself out of the picture. He went off. He's like, I'm just going to leave all this, and I'm done with this guy.
And then he says he's going to kill him later. He says he's going to kill him.
Right,
He
because
goes,
he gets riled up. He gets riled up.
He gets
I'm
riled
not
up.
saying,
He says
listen,
he's gonna kill him.
the
And it's
question,
just like,
your question is not, is Shang-Chi a perfect film? Your question is, do you like it better than Black Widow? Hell yes, I like it better than Black Widow's like a 5 out of 10. Shang-Chi's like a 7 out of 10.
no, Shang-Chi's pretty. It's average. It's like I want to stop being hyperbolic about like MCU movies. I really do. I get hyperbolic because MCU fans are always defending fucking bullshit.
And
it's like,
all right, I'm gonna try this one more time. If I get kicked off, I gotta go.
No, go for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
No, go for it.
No. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, it's just I can't. I have really bad connection at my job, so. Sorry. So where were we?
Oh, we were just comparing
Shang-Chi.
MCU stuff.
Yeah, comparing Shang-Chi
to
to Black Widow.
I'd rather watch Shang-Chi than Eternals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a little.
I'd rather watch Black Widow than Eternals.
I'd rather watch, and I don't like this movie at all. I think it's very mean-spirited and just not very good. I'd rather watch the Suicide Squad, the new one, than Eternals.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Eternals is an awful movie.
Mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Squad, yeah, it's mean. They're all mean.
The Suicide Squad. I don't like the first one. I'll call it like a guilty pleasure, but I think it's a lot more fun than people make it out to be. But it's certainly not a good movie. The first Suicide Squad. It's got some real narrative errors, but I don't find it mean-spirited in the way the second one is. I find it highly I don't know. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. They killed a bunch of freedom fighters.
They killed a bunch of freedom fighters as a joke scene. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
You just murdered all these people. Oh, sorry. Oh, we attacked the wrong people. It's like, okay. And isn't that?
And then you're expecting us to like those same people,
right? Yeah, right. That's the problem. The problem is not the fact that they're villains, because if they're true villains, then we say, who gives a crap? But at the end, there's this big heroic music and this big heroic pose, and they're all walking, and we're supposed to care about them. Like, guys, you guys are trash. I don't care about any of you. Like,
well, the thing about it is, though, the Suicide Squad, look at the core of it. They are villains. They are essentially villains that will okay. I always thought, why don't they ever do like a group of villains, but it's like it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So they're always like they're in a crew, but they always keep on trying to screw each other over. That seems like
that's
more
sort of the first movie, but I don't know. Suicide Squad cannot be a movie. Suicide Squad can't be a movie.
No, it can be. The animated movies that kick ass. The animated movies kick fucking ass. And if they loosely translate, I know like people say you can't just make animation into movies. It's a different thing.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sorry. I really think like those scripts, you had to put those to film. It would have been absolutely fine. You could have changed bits and pieces here, for budgetary reasons. Maybe the action scenes didn't have to be as elaborate or something like that. But again, those movies kick ass. And I think they would have been perfectly fine within the DCEU.
The issues with animated movies versus live action, the issue is that animated movies are done by people who want to tell a story the right way, and the way that it was told, and the way that they know the characters. Live action movies are the director has his version and his vision of what he wants. James Gunn just makes James Gunn movies. It doesn't matter what the topic is. So it's like his style might have been really well suited for Guardians of the Galaxy, whimsical and funny, but it doesn't suit Suicide Squad, which should be grittier and more action based and more like mission based. Like they're fighting Starro. That's stupid. Like Starro is a Green Lantern, Superman kind of cosmic thing. Like Superman and Green Lantern team up to fight Starro, not Harley Quinn with a javelin stabbing him where bullets can't penetrate him. Like I don't like. It's just a mess. Suicide Squad needs to be a 90-minute movie where they go on a mission, kick a bunch of ass, kill the dictator of the country or whatever your mission is, and then they come back. It's Black Ops missions. This idea of saving the planet, and we're going to fight this magical enchantress woman, or we're going to fight this Starro thing. It's like, what is happening? And this is not.
Yeah,
Suicide.
I actually think the first one fit the tone of Suicide Squad.
I agree with that. I agree. It did fit. That one had story
music.
Problems.
Yeah.
That one had story problems, but the tone was better.
With the Suicide Squad, their job should not be heroic. Their job should be low-key scummy. They should have to like kill a dictator's child or something, kill an entire family. That's because that's the whole point of them. Like they do jobs like that.
But see, then if you do that in a movie, then people are going to not be with those characters.
Yeah,
that's the point.
I know, but that's not going to make money. They're spending $150 million, and people are going to be like, "F this movie," right?
Yeah,
and it'll be like,
no, I don't think they should be killing people's families and shit.
No, it's the same thing as the Friday the 13th series. Like you go to the movie, you don't want to see the heroes live. You want to see the monster.
Yeah, but Friday the 13th costs $10 to make. Friday the 13th costs $100,000 to make. Let's say it costs $1 million to make Friday the 13th, right? To make Suicide Squad with superheroes and powers and action scenes, it costs a lot more. The return isn't there. The first Saw movie was $1 million to make. You pay Danny Glover and Carrie Elways, and the rest of the crew is whatever. It's all in one room, in one bathroom. And that movie makes $40 million on its opening weekend, and they can make 40 more Saw movies after that. Same with Friday the 13th. It's one a year because Paramount. It's like Paramount's catering budget for the catering budget for Raiders of the Lost Ark is the entire budget of Friday the 13th.
That's true.
And it makes 100 times its budget.
But I think you guys are really underestimating how sadistic people are. I mean, look how many Saw movies they made, and there was no hero. None.
Oh, there were heroes. There were still heroes.
Yeah, they all died. They were all murdered.
No, there's always a cop investigating or something like that. There's still like it might be a twist at the end where like, oh, now the guy isn't that good anymore or whatever, or you don't. But like still, it's just, I think with the Suicide Squad, you do have to strike that note. They are bad guys, but they're lovable rogues as well. And they should be. I think. No, when I say lovable, you have to understand what I mean. Like going in and killing a bunch of freedom fighters and making a joke out of it afterwards is. Oh, right. You can't then go back and try and redeem that character. It's just you're trash. You're like, I don't like you anymore. You did that and you made a joke out of it. It's like, it's not, I don't know how to put it, but I think they more successfully did it in the first movie in terms of, it was better. You think it was better? I wouldn't go that far because I think it had such a narrative problem.
No. I know. I say it was better because like you spent more time with the characters as opposed like they gave us everything leading up to it made us think it was going to be a huge movie, a huge ensemble squad. They killed off 3/4 of the cast in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. It was just trash. They killed off Captain Boomerang before he's even had a meet cute with the Flash. That was stupid. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I can understand why people like it. I'll put it that way, but I can't understand why people like the Eternals.
I just don't understand the ending though, because
that's the difference for me. Like I get why people like Deadpool. It's not my thing. I actually like Deadpool too.
Yeah.
But
really?
It's just not my thing. Yeah, Deadpool 2 was fun. I liked the Domino.
I like both
Good
Deadpool
point.
movies.
Yeah, Zazie Beetho's dope. I like Zazie Beetz.
She's cool. But Greymalkin and I know
that whole thing
with
Black Tom being black.
You killed Black Tom.
He was like a brother to me.
I didn't like that they killed Black Tom. Did you like that, Grey? Because Black Tom's a great character.
No. It was just weird. It was just like that's a weird. I get what you're trying to do, but I wanted to see Juggernaut and Black Tom together because
right.
Because okay, all right. Everybody I've ever said like Black Tom and Juggernaut are a couple. I'm like, where do you get that? What?
Yeah.
What? Two guys just can't be friends? They're murderers. They get along on the murder tip. They're buddies.
And why is Rusty a stupid dopey kid? Like, wasn't Rusty like he's a way better, like he fought, like he's a good guy, isn't he? I'm wrong. I didn't read a lot of new.
He was a good guy, but he was like a lot of the time he was taken control of by somebody else. It was either Strife or Magneto. Actually, it was mostly Strife, and then he died.
Wait, guys,
you got to go.
Yeah. No, not at all. I was going to say, by the way, guys, Happy New Year. Happy Thanksgiving, New Year.
That's for Greymalkin. I'm Canadian. So my Thanksgiving was a month ago.
Happy Colonizer Day. Yay.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Happy Genocide Day. Right? But,
or whatever.
Happy, it's the most peaceful day of the year before the most violent day of the year.
Well,
Black Friday.
Well, I just, it's like whatever, dude. But yeah, it's not got the best history, but at least I don't know, whatever. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Thank you. I'm at work, so I'm getting paid to be. Hey, I'm good. I don't like Thanksgiving food. It's trash. Who has stuffing outside?
You're crazy.
Who has stuffing? Really?
I have stuffing just random. I'll just make stuffing and just eat it randomly.
Yeah,
leave it to the Canadians.
It's 97 cents here in Canada for the entire box, and I'm like, I can eat an entire box easily. It's it's great. It's like craft dinner here in Canada. We just automatically, like, I had craft dinner today for lunch, or I don't know what you got. We say craft dinner. It's macaroni and cheese. We have mac and cheese. It's like 97 cents for a box, and you got the whole meal right there. It's like a buck.
Well, man, Canadian poverty sucks. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, we grew up on that, man. I'm watching superhero movies.
Stovetop stuffing. Oh man, that's rough.
I love stovetop stuffing.
Oh boy, no. I thought Juggernaut was fine in Deadpool 2. He was like, that was the Juggernaut I wanted. Just the one that's like, I hate my brother. I'm gonna stick your head up this guy's head. That's Juggernaut all over.
I mean, I didn't like Deadpool. They killed Shatterstar, who I like. I've got a figure of Shatterstar like right here. I wasn't a fan of some of that stuff, but whatever. It's a fun movie. I like that. I just don't like that. Rusty got kind of the Cassandra Cain treatment from what was that garbage movie, Birds of Prey. So that was kind of that kind of sucked, and I thought he was really irritating in Deadpool too. Like, I just want him to die. I'm like, hurry, Deadpool, kill this kid so we can move on to the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I was like totally cool. But yeah, no. Go ahead, Gray. See, everyone loves Stovetop.
Sorry. I love Stoked. Oh, God damn you, Phantom Outside. Damn you, PO. I don't like POs. No, one thing about Deadpool I really did like is how they did like when Deadpool was like, why am I in a mansion and there's like 3 X-Men here? Shouldn't there be like, and they're like, nope.
That was funny. Yeah, there's some funny bits.
It's how they do it in the books too. So
I have to say, since I've discovered, I think you're not doing the Star Trek ranking today, right?
No, gosh, no. I'm just thinking about rankings that we're gonna do.
Oh, okay, cool. That will be awesome, and I hope I can be on it. But in case I'm not, I need to make this point right now to you.
All right, what is it?
War Forever.
Tuvok is better than Spock.
No, stop it.
Tuvok is better than Spock and had a better relationship in the first 4 seasons with Captain Janeway,
No.
Captain Janeway, who is
I thought you
amazing,
did,
by
man.
the way. Who is amazing. She's not as good as Kirk.
Of course not,
Captain
but she's
Kirk.
great. I love
But she's
Janeway.
great.
No, and you're confusing something too. Tuvok is I have the doll of Tuvok. I love Voyager, Deep Space Nine original series. Like actually, Next Gen is in my lower tier.
Yes, me too.
Of the Star Trek TV
Me
shows.
too.
But that's not to say that that's bad either, because I happen to like even Enterprise, the real Star Trek, what I call real Star Trek. The real Star Trek, I like all of that real Star Trek stuff. I think Tuvok is a fantastic character. Janeway is my second favorite captain, right after Kirk. But Spock came first, and there just needs to be something there, and he's just such a great
Spock
character.
is amazing. Spock is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I really loved Tuvok for this reason. Tuvok was the
Data.
first one of those like
Data's
alien
better than
sight.
both of them.
No way.
No, he ain't.
No way.
Right.
Data versus Spock? Or
Boom.
No. See,
no.
Data's another one. Data, Spock, all of those guys, every single time. The whole point of those characters was to prove why human emotion was better than, cold logic, right? It was Data trying to become a human. Spock's half human and he's trying to embrace his human side. Tuvok was the only badass, who just played it like, fuck all you humans, no way, I'm just simply better than you, right? And they made, and Captain Janeway respected him for, having that, precisely for being that. They did, and that was the mutual respect that was built on. And he also had some of the greatest lines ever. There was this line right where I remember it always, where there's like these parasites are attracted to to their ship, basically, to the Voyager. And like finally they set off something like which so that the parasites lose attraction to the ship.
They make themselves less appetizing.
And Tuvok just comes out with another line, one of his great lines. It appears we've lost our sex appeal, Captain Janeway. And it's just like, he's amazing. He just always used to have that, and then they ruined him in the last 4 seasons.
I'll say that Tuvok was full Vulcan, and remember, Spock's half Vulcan, but Spock wanted to be Vulcan. He wanted to ignore the human side and be Vulcan. Tuvok was full Vulcan, and Data wanted to be human. Yes, I agree with you on that, but I don't think Spock was trying to embrace the humanity. He wanted to be more Vulcan. He didn't like the humanity side.
Yeah,
but Tuvok is great. So
I've always wondered. All right. No, okay, that's Tuvok.
All right,
okay,
great, go ahead.
No, all right. Tuvok was Janeway's second right hand, right?
No, Chakotay is.
Chakotay.
You mean personally?
Chakotay.
Hold on, you're talking about personally?
Or
they're friends and they're advise, like he's her advisor in like personal matters. But if you're talking about like second in command of the ship, that's Chakotay.
Yeah, because he was one of the what was it called?
I was watching the Picard series last week.
Well, that was your first mistake.
Okay. Well, I did, and I found out because I remember vividly that Chakotay ended up with 7 of 9. They were happy together. And now she's in a same-sex relationship, but they don't even mention what happened with Chakotay. They don't say, "Hey, what happened?" They don't say, "Oh, we broke up." It just says she just said like, "Oh yeah, I'm."
7 of 9 got with everyone though, didn't she?
But the writers
of Janeway at one point.
the writers of Picard haven't watched Star Trek. That's the problem. They haven't watched it. They're like, oh, let's have 7 of 9. When did Picard and 7 of 9 ever give a crap about each other? It's like, wouldn't Picard go to like Beverly or somebody, or I don't know, like what does he need 7 of 9 for? Like 7 and Janeway are sort of like, Janeway is a great captain because she's in the center of several relationships, which is why I like her. It's like she's cool with Chakotay because they have sort of a mutual respect and understanding of each other. She's with Tuvok for his wisdom and guidance. She's with 7 because like she's helping her find her humanity.
She's with Seven because Seven has big tits. And the show decided, like, oh, we're going to let this go because, like, some Star Trek fans have the hots for her. Take over the fucking show and ruin it. That's why she's with Seven.
I don't think it got ruined. I don't think it got
Seven
ruined.
of Nine would be in my lowest fucking tier.
Oh,
ever.
no
I'd
way.
have to create a new tier for Seven
Oh
of Nine.
my god!
And it's not the actress's fault. I'm not blaming the actress. I'm saying as a character, she ruined the show.
No,
absolutely
I'm watching it again
ruined the
right now. I'm on season 6 episode, the one where Ichep was going to go back home to his planet, and then they found out that he was just a Borg virus. He was like a Borg killer. So I'm just on that one right now. It's like my 3rd or 4th time through Voyager, and this is my wife's first time through Voyager, and she really loves Janeway. She loves Janeway. Her favorite is Kirk, of course, but she loves Janeway. And she loves Seven. She loves Seven. She thinks I think she's a good character. I do think that her and the Doctor got a lot of screen time.
Yes,
that was the problem. Is too many episodes focused on them. Where I think B'Elanna got shafted, Tuvok got shafted, and Chakotay got shafted as well on the.
And they were good characters. You know what? Fuck Tom Paris and fuck.
No, I like Tom Paris as well, and I like Harry Kim. I think they're all great.
I'll tell you what. Harry Kim and Tom Paris. I didn't mind episodes about them, because I knew I was going to get my Tuvok episode. I knew I was going to get my Janeway episode. I knew I was going to get my Doctor episode because they had a good mix of who they focused on. Or Neelix episode, or no one liked Neelix, right? But at least you knew.
No, I liked him.
Well, I didn't like Neelix. I liked the Acompa Cass.
Yeah, Cass.
She was cool. That was a cool kind of alien. I'd never seen something like that on Star Trek before.
Yeah, she lives for 8 or 9 years or whatever.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool concept. So I liked all of them, having their episodes. Even that when, I could appreciate even when it was a character that it wasn't like they weren't my favorite. I knew that the next episode was going to be about someone else. And that was what was good about Star Trek Voyager. It had the greatest mix where it really used all of its cast. The original Star Trek did not use all of its cast.
No, it didn't.
It was Spock and Captain Kirk basically show. That was
with McCoy in there a little bit. But that's a product of its time.
Yeah. Next generation. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say it was so progressive, better, right? Go ahead, Gray. Okay, go. Okay, hot takes go, and then Gray.
Okay, yeah. Next generation did a little bit more of a mix-up, but not great. Then Deep Space Nine was the first one to really start using all of its cast, and Star Trek Voyager did that as well. But I think it was the most easily accessible Star Trek for me.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine is my favorite. I love Deep Space Nine. Actually, I love every character. But yeah, go ahead, Gray. What were you going to say?
Okay, growing up, TNG was dope. Like, it was just like every episode you felt like they could really die. Like, something could happen, and I think they saw. All right, this is why I say TNG is better than the original Star Trek. It built on.
Fuck off. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was just an involuntary reaction. Sorry.
Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, like it built on it, and it became the example for the other shows, like Deep Space Nine and Voyager, both like built on everything that TNG did.
And
like,
did it better.
Didn't they even say like TNG and Voyager were happening at the same time, or if not right around?
Because the Maquis came into Deep Space Nine and around when Voyager started, because then they mixed those concepts together. So at one point in time, both shows were on at this, like running together.
I like that. Like
for sure.
And like for me personally, I love when TV shows do that. I loved it when Buffy and the Angel did that. They came on the same night. I was like, oh wow, I'm getting twice the Whedonverse before that was a bad word. But like Star Trek
I still don't get what Whedon did, but anyway.
The time.
Me too.
Apart from being an arsehole a little bit.
Yeah.
What, I can't say that anymore?
No, you can say whatever you want. I'm saying I don't know I don't follow anything on Twitter, so I have zero knowledge of anything. I'm just reviewing people's product. Like I buy products. I don't buy people or friendships. It's like I don't care what Brie Larson says on a stage. She's not my friend. I'm going to evaluate the movie. I'm not going to give bonus points or take away points for what the person does.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not talking about.
No, but he didn't. I do follow. I did actually follow this, but anyway, it's beside the point. Gray, continue. I was just saying, Gray, that I don't know what Joss Whedon did because I've seen all of the accusations against him, and they're really not so bad that he should be shunned from society forever. But that's my own.
You know what it is though? They're trying to say that he was mean. That's what.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, that's what it is right now. Like he was a mean person, and everybody had to, like trying to say if a person has an attitude, they can't take it out on anybody else. They're trying to say that we can't be mean people anymore, and that's kind of messed up.
And mean is subjective.
And plus, you made your money. Why are you going to get mad at your boss? You have jobs now. You make money now because of what you did 20 years ago.
Right.
Maybe in a little bit, Zach. So did we saw who saw Hawkeye? Did anybody see? I saw both episodes. Did you guys? You saw one?
I saw one kind of.
I'm gonna try watching it later. Okay. But I only saw 20 minutes, and I don't care. I don't care.
That's how I feel.
It's all right. I have nothing against the actress, but she's clearly 25, trying to pretend like she's 17. Stop it. Okay, we know what. Come on.
I don't think she's 17. She's not 17 in the movie. She says she's 22.
Hey, dude, we've got that echo again, by the way.
Ray, I think you're echoing.
I'm sorry. That's me again. Sorry, that's me. I can barely hear you guys without it, so I'm trying to keep it on low. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so no, she's 22 in the thing. She literally, he says, "Are you old enough to drink?" And she says, "I'm 22." So I took notes during. Look, Hawkeye's my third favorite Marvel character.
Yeah,
and he's my third tattoo. I've got the first appearance of him in comics. That's my oldest comic. That's my most valuable comic I think that I have. So he's my guy. Now I always thought that they did a disservice with Hawkeye in the Marvel movies because they used the Ultimates Shield Agent version and not the version I like with the proper costume and mask and all that. Kate Bishop is one of the characters where I wasn't angry about, in comics. I was like, she's okay. So this show for me had a lot of good things right off the bat. She's a little kid. She sees Hawkeye and she gets inspired by him to better herself. Yeah. Right away, to me, that tells me that this is already better than Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is already better than Loki. Because all of these other shows and What If and all that, they took the character.
I'd wonder to that, bro.
I liked WandaVision. But again,
I like the way you tried to skip over WandaVision.
I did skip over that. You got me on that one. I skipped over that. But Wanda and Vision, I really like. Again, anybody from West Coast Avengers, that was my favorite team. In Marvel. So any West Coast Avengers thing, so what the White Vision especially, I had the first appearance of that off the shelf. That's when I was reading comics off the rack, and I love the white Vision and all. That was the Vision who I knew. Really? I didn't even know that Vision was multicolored.
You want to say White that. Vision in this?
Yeah, White Vision. Yeah, he's the White Vision. I didn't say he's the superior Vision. Well, actually, I think he is the superior Vision in the Vision.
He's the White Vision. Yeah, exactly. He's the White Vision. Yeah. But carry on. So you liked Hawkeye then?
Yeah, because you know what? I like the idea. Well, my whole thing is, and this explains a lot of my movie thing. When I'm watching something just personally, number one is heroes, villains, storyline. So for me, this is why the Wonder Woman comes into play. And same with the Christopher Reeve stuff. Christopher Reeve to me is Superman, period. It's I love him as Superman. Yeah. So therefore, even if the movies are not as good and you can say, well, this doesn't make sense, this is a bit cheesy, or this is weird, it doesn't affect my enjoyment because I'm just like, oh, Christopher Reeve is so awesome. This is my Wonder Woman theory, which is why I can explain the Gal Gadot to me was so awesome as Wonder Woman. I love the first movie. It's she is Wonder Woman in the modern day in my eyes. Yeah, so as long as she's going around being a hero, doing her hero speeches, using her lasso, you know, fighting people. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't. It doesn't affect my enjoyment if the story's not that good, right? So Wonder Woman 84 is a very wonky story. There's a lot of silliness in it that doesn't make sense, but I don't care.
Yeah.
She is awesome. So to me, I'm watching Wonder Woman. It's called Wonder Woman. It's 84. It's telling you it's going to be cheesy. It's lighthearted. It's more fun. It's telling you it's Wonder Woman 1984. This is what it would have looked like in 84 if there was Wonder Woman.
Well,
So,
go on.
Yeah, right. So so same thing with here. I like Hawkeye and I like Kate. So if I like those two, that's already better because Loki, right away, Loki's getting kicked in the nuts. He's being treated like an idiot. He's depowered. I'm like, this is not Loki. This is not fun. Loki's supposed to be this badass magician who can kick the crap. He literally went toe to toe with like Hulk. He goes toe to toe with all these heroes. He's fighting people. And now he just gets beat up all the time. And every episode is just him getting beat up. I'm like, this is not how you make a main character who you want to like get excited for. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first 2 episodes where they're teamed up and they're kicking ass. Yeah. I was like, dude, and you could go back to my streams, and Gray, you were there for these. First 2 episodes of Falcon Winter Soldier, I was like, fuck, man, this is killer. Like, they're teaming up, they're kicking ass. Then it was like just a descent into garbage. The villain, worst villain. So my number 2 category is villain. First is heroes, next is villain. And the villain in Falcon and Winter Soldier was god-awful, disastrous mess. I couldn't stand her. She sucks. She made no points. She's a whiner.
Every week you say it.
Every week. They should have just beat the crap out of her. Like, you know, hashtag US agent was right. Like, beat her up. She sucks. She's a terrorist. She's killed people. I'm a squatter, but I want my stuff back. It's like, you're a squatter. Like, you know, I teleported out of my condo. I teleported back in, and you're squatting in my house, and you're saying it's mine now. It's like, you didn't go to work for this. Get out. I couldn't stand that. Anyways, so we have to see. So right now, they're not disrespecting Hawkeye. And Kate Bishop is not better. I hate when a new character comes in and they're automatically as good or better than
yeah.
That hasn't happened. So
no, she isn't. She isn't.
So those are my 2 positives.
I mean,
sorry.
Go on.
I'm sorry. You go first. I'm sorry.
I'll say this. I thought the episode was pretty damn good. Like from what I saw, I have to say I just come home from work. I was kind of in and out, a little bit drowsy. So I didn't like fully take it in, but I was pleasantly surprised. I love that opening with the where it's the Avengers and like scene at the end of the movie, and you see it from her perspective. I thought that was done really, really well. And you see her get inspired by Hawkeye or whatever. I'm not a big fan of Hawkeye. I don't think he's too, the actor, Jeremy Renner, is to Hawkeye what Chris Reeves is to Superman.
No way. No, he's not. And he's not the real Hawkeye. That was my problem with all of the movies.
Yeah.
Like, he's not my Hawkeye. But, I mean, he's the Hawkeye I've got, so I've got to...
He's the Hawkeye you've got, yeah.
I got to take what I got.
You know what? What the part... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to finish by saying I just don't care enough about it. It's like I'm watching Succession at the moment. Maybe once I get off the Succession hype train, because Succession is just such a good show. I mean, the shows outside of the MCU, if you're talking about as an MCU show, this is like top tier. Already it's better than all of the rest of them.
Oh, for sure.
It's better written, everything. But like as a TV show in general, I'm just watching like some good, or at least Succession, which is so good that I just can't think about anything else at the moment. I don't know. Maybe when it's finished, I'll look into Hawkeye again, or on Christmas it might be nice. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I will say that I understand. Okay, one part that really kind of charmed me was when the one scene where it's in the beginning where Hawkeye is in a Broadway play and they're watching the Avengers thing, and he's like, "This is a bullshit."
That was so funny.
There, how come I don't get any lines? This is bullshit.
Yeah, he's like pointing at the inaccuracies of the play. That he's like, that didn't happen. He wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't there.
Yeah, that was funny.
And like I'm just like the entire thing, I was like, oh my god, who would go and see this?
It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
And you saw the look on his face, like, oh god, Dad's gonna be pissed.
They're like, this is terrible, and they leave.
How you doing, Steven?
Like,
how is it?
That is quite funny.
On a Thursday.
What's that?
How's it feel taking over the world on a Thursday? With his supervillain name is Elon Musk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hey man, that's a good name, man.
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, Gray.
Thank you. I'm
You're
at
welcome.
work, so I'm getting paid to be here. So Thanksgiving food is trash.
I don't know why he's saying that. That's like such a nobody thinks that. Like everyone loves Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving food is
I
fucking
believe
awesome.
that.
It's awesome, man. I get so fat. Like I can just eat.
Turkey is dry, man.
That's why they invented.
Oh,
gravy.
that's true though. That's true. People don't cook turkey properly, man. They don't season that shit. You need to season
so
that for
dry.
a day. This is why God invented black people. Look, you need to season that shit for a day, dude.
Hey, hot takes. Every week I say black people are better, and like I didn't say it this week. You said it.
I wasn't saying that. Relax here. We just season our food good. You know, Asians do as well, but like,
hey.
it's just the thing. I don't know. I just because turkey's so dry. You can get away with not seasoning certain meats, but turkey it's just so dry. If you just season the skin as well. Dry, yeah. It's just, it's not my thing.
It's just not great. And plus you had to put it in the oven like 3 days before just so it could get cooked all the way. That's overkill. Like, just give me a steak. Like, cows are better. This is why I used to do filet.
We used to do duck, but my grandmother who passed away and my aunt who passed away were the only two people who knew how to do it properly, and my mom never wants to do it, and I can't cook anything, and my wife is Indian, she can't cook anything though. So it's like we're at the mercy of whatever my mom can do, and she's like, I'll just do chicken. I'm like, all right. So I used to like duck. We used to do duck and for sometimes it was really good, but yeah, nobody knows how to do it. So
you must make new traditions. Make new traditions.
Yeah. I mean, they got Swiss Chalet here.
Pets trailer? Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't see the Super Pets trailer.
Oh, the Super Pets trailer is good. I actually thought it was. I actually was like, hey, I might watch this, and I was like, I thought it was the dumbest idea I've ever heard when I first heard they were doing the Super Pets thing, and then I watched the trailer. It was decent actually.
Yeah, so I'll check that out. Steve, did you watch Hawkeye?
I saw episode 1.
What did you think?
Fine.
That's what everyone.
You're just like,
if it was the first ever show of MCU, I'd be excited, but it's just
okay. So let me throw some love to Hawkeye because I made some points while I was watching it. First of all, the credits are exactly the comic that had come out when Hawkeye he had that new costume of his, which was the minimalist kind of costume. The credits look exactly like the covers of those comics. So that shows that they care about the comics. Number two, Kate is inspired by seeing Hawkeye, not because she just wants to do things and she's better than everybody else. She's not better than Hawkeye. She literally has to train and learn how to be good. People around the city thank Hawkeye for doing stuff. You don't see that enough. They do have a costume. Kate's costume is a minimalist costume, but it is the costume from the comics. And Hawkeye will have his shield version costume, which I don't prefer, but it is what it is. The swordsman looks like he's going to be a fun character. Kate doesn't come in and just starts fighting people and she's the best. She gets beat up a lot. She tends to her wounds. She's cut. She has to heal herself. She doesn't just have all this energy and never get tired. She gets beat up. That's cool. Hawkeye's got the hearing aid. That's from the comics. I love the idea of having it in the snow and the Christmas thing. I think that makes it unique from the other shows. So I think there's a lot going. I think everyone's a little bit like, oh, it was okay, but because it's Hawkeye and he's my guy, I was really paying attention to this. And all of the things that pissed me off in Loki, all the things that pissed me off in Falcon, all the things that pissed me off, I'm going to not mention Wanda, all the things that pissed me off in What If are not present here. And I think even in the MCU movies, we're not seeing this. We're not seeing respect to the characters. Hawkeye is totally respecting this. And the second episode, when he goes to the LARPing thing, his suit, I don't know you guys didn't see the second episode. The second episode, he goes to the live action role playing thing, and is absolutely crying. I was crying because it's so outrageous, but it's just funny. And Hawkeye, the way he handles the situation is great. So for me, Kate Bishop is a cool character. She's not trying to be better, and she loves Hawkeye, and she's trying to live up to his thing. And she says to him, "You inspired me." You don't see that now. Now you just see a new character come in. It's like, I'm the best. This guy sucks. I'm the real
Batwoman, right?
Batwoman and all this other crap.
Batwoman. Hey, this suit might fit a woman. Fuck off.
Yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah.
Made for a dude. How does that even make sense?
Right.
Anyway, you're absolutely right. But here's my thing. I like superheroes, and I mean, when I say that, I mean the S in superhero. And I've never really got on board with these bow and arrow guys. I really haven't. Like Green Arrow, the Hawkeye, all of them. I'm just not on board with. It immediately seems to me like a gimmick to sell like kids' toys. Those characters, when they appear in film. That being said, this show really does give you, like from that first episode, really does give you, for all the reasons you just mentioned, something to say. Actually, despite this being a goofy character, I might be interested in, seeing where this goes. So I do. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Since with your recommendation, I'm actually going to give the second episode a go.
And I wanted to do archery in school. I love Robin Hood, and
Robin Hood's cool.
And I love Green Arrow, obviously, as well.
Robin Hood makes sense. Right. He was fighting in a time when there was only bow and arrows, so it makes sense.
But I like the Green Archer as well. That's an old movie serial.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do archery. I watched World Archery it's one of my subscriptions on YouTube. I watched the World Archery, both either compound bow or the recurve bow. And so it's like I watch and I know all of the little things that are attached and how they work and all that. And I noticed this is another thing, when Kate is shooting, she's doing it the proper way, where she's anchoring herself with the bow and string where her mouth is, and that's how you're supposed to do it. Because if you just go like this and shoot, you never know where you are. You have to have a position that you're always going to be able to draw to and stick to. Because if you just go like this, you're never going to be anchored. You have to always. So it's like you always know that you go to your cheek, because your cheek is not going to move. Your cheek is not going to be at a different spot tomorrow, right? So it's like you always go boom and let go. So I watched her shooting the bow. I'm like, because sometimes I see this. It's like, okay, that's kind of okay, but the accuracy would be pissed on that. But like when she was actually trying to perfectly shoot that string and the bell, that was like,
the bell tower.
And she's holding it proper with her fingers. So I was kind of like, I'm a nerd for that stuff, so I'm looking at it. So at least they're giving something. And the swordsman was great. And Marcus mentioned Echo, who we saw for like 1 second. But like the swordsman, that actor is the damn best, man. He's got the mustache.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, did he fence in the first episode, or was that the second episode?
Second.
So he fences Kate, and the way they do it is great. Like, and like it's pretty neat. He's like, oh yeah, let's go. And then she's talking about swords. He's like, oh, let's go fence, because she was a fencing champion. And he's like, yeah, let's go fence. And you're just like, okay. And the way what happens is great. So I really like it. I hope the swordsman gets a costume.
One thing I've kind of noticed about the Hawkeye, just his family in we first saw them in Age of Ultron, right? Didn't he have like 2 sons who were like older and the daughter that was like really young, but then they changed it for Age of Ultron? I mean, for Endgame.
I don't remember.
Like,
Maybe somebody can check
I
that.
swear, like
I wanted to mention too that the kids like their father. I'm so tired of this. Oh, our dad is away and blah blah blah.
oh
They
yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
they
that's
didn't
cool.
do that.
Oh.
They're excited for him. They're like, yeah, Dad, you saved the world and all that. And it's like, I like that. That was another point. The dad, he's not. I hate when it's like, oh, to the father, oh, you weren't there for me. It's like, okay, well, if I wasn't there, the world would have ended. So you want me to come to your
Like, get out of your
game?
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to come to your baseball game?
Bunch of
while
emo
Ultron,
children.
Yeah, while Ultron like literally like, kills the world or whatever.
I mean, for me to say it's fine is actually high praise considering what we've gotten from the MCU television series lately.
Exactly. Okay, hot takes. You got to go.
Yeah, I've got to go. Daredevil still rules all though, bro.
Of course, Daredevil's the best.
Yeah.
Just to say, Daredevil.
And he's my
I
second
can
favorite character. Daredevil's my
I
second
love
favorite.
Daredevil, dude. Yeah, like I love Daredevil from the comics, from the TV show.
Daredevil.
But like the first season,
Daredevil's
the first half of the second season and the third season are masterpieces, dude. So yeah,
Yes.
but Hawkeye, I'll watch it. I'll give it a go. But yeah, man, thanks for having me. I've got to get some shy before work, but.
All right, cool. And I posted a link to your channel earlier,
man.
so everyone sees that. So.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right,
Take
care,
care.
dude. See ya.
Nice. All right, J-Man, I'm just gonna say this about Hawkeye. The last time the MCU dealt with a Christmas theme, we had a white guy say that he was the Mandarin. Iron Man 3.
Oh, that was Iron Man 3. But don't talk about Iron Man 3. That was a.
Hey, it had a Christmas theme though.
I know, but it has to all be together. I'm saying it's one of many positives. I'm not saying all Christmas theme movies are good.
I'm sorry.
Great. There's something to be said though for having Christmas out east where there's actual snow versus Christmas out west where it just looks normal.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
A couple of people like
I'm a little biased.
A bit north from us, they had some snow already. Like I'm going to work and I'm seeing people coming in with big piles of snow in their car. I'm like thinking, dude, like if there's one snowflake on the ground, it's like I'm working from home. I don't know what these people are. It's that's like so I'm cool with snow until I got I just don't like shoveling. Otherwise, I'm good with snow. I just don't like the shovel part. I just don't like the shoveling.
Snow is best seen from outside. I mean inside.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'd rather just rain. Southern California sucks. Like, it's just I basically live by a desert that's like 30 miles from a beach.
Yeah.
Well, did you read X-Force Kill Shot with our boy Rob?
Oh, actually, there's a funny story about that. Rob Liefeld is doing a signing in 2 towns over from where I live.
Oh my god.
And like I had the opportunity to go and like get it signed. But one part of me is like, you know what, I should totally try to talk to him, get him to do an interview for the channel. But the other part of me is like, no, this guy sucks. Okay, he made Deadpool.
Right, and nobody likes Deadpool.
Nope.
Nobody likes that character.
No, nobody who isn't a 15-year-old Nimrod likes Deadpool. Sorry,
No. Come on, Deadpool's a great. I didn't care about Deadpool when he came out, but he's skyrocketed to huge success.
I understand that, but like,
Cable,
people love Deadpool. I'm like, he's not even that cool. He sucks.
The movies make him good, and I love Cable. Like, I love Cable. I think he's a great character. I did not read Chip Zdarsky's great. I've met Chip Zdarsky and talked with him a while.
That was a really good one.
Chip Zdarsky's good. I've not read Daredevil just because I'm behind.
Marcus Cruz, that is a lie, okay? X-Men. All things X-Men.
The best Marvel comic right now? I might say Sword, but I don't. That seems weird.
Yeah, Sword.
I don't know. That seems like such a weird comic to pick.
Sword or Hellions?
Hellions. I'm going Hellions is number one.
I don't understand why they're ending all these books. Oh, I started reading Batman the animated series on the comic book for. It's so good.
Oh, I gotta get that.
I'm reading. I'm digging. I'm seeing like it's a lot faster than a show, but it totally holds up. Like Deathstroke is trying to get Robin to join him, and like Robin's like, I know you're lying to me. I know you're lying to the entire time. I love it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
Did you read? I'm on issue 2 of Moon Knight. I read issue 1. It was really good. I didn't read issue 2 yet, but I have issue 2, but I just didn't read it yet. I'm behind on Detective Comics, Flash, and Moon Knight. I'm behind on those guys.
Oh, sorry.
What was the other one?
So
Arkham's reading that one. Yeah, Arkham reads all Batman, so he's reading that too.
I gotta start reading that.
Yeah, I'm behind January because Chip Road. Yeah, Chip Zdarsky's great. Although his 2-in-1 didn't really go anywhere, and which is unfortunate because when I met him, he was working on 2-in-1, and he was showing me like the some of the art that was coming out, so it was pretty exciting. I met him when he was working on Spectacular Spider-Man, so he signed my Spectacular Spider-Mans. And he was very nice to people, and you should have seen. There's a guy there who's an artist, and he was showing Chip his work, and he went through every page of this guy's art and gave him pointers on every page. Like, on this page, I would try this. So, and this is at my library, which is a walk away. Like, I just walked over. Oh, and for free. There's no paying to get in. There's no paying for autographs. You just show up and he signed whatever you want, and he was just sitting there like you wouldn't even know that it was anybody. It was just he was just there. Cool. So it was really cool.
Oh, okay. Question. God damn it. Okay, I have a question. God damn it, just stupid. Okay. There's LA Comic Con is coming up like next Saturday. I'm gonna try and see if I can score an interview with Leah Williams, even though she blocked me on Instagram.
There's no way she's gonna do it, dude.
I'm super excited for you to try, though.
Yeah, hey, if I get her to sign that first X Factor book, say, hey, I'm a fan. I was a fan. I wanted you to do better.
Now, the X Factor concept was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, execution of it was awful.
Gee, it became a soap opera book. Who's sleeping with who? No, seriously, Steven, let me tell you. It became the real world of the X-Men.
Right.
Real world, and then they started putting in some Insidious, the movie Insidious stuff into it, and just it
was bad.
It was bad. But it was better than X Corp.
Yeah, X Corp is awful. All right, so before I open it up, let's see what else do we have to talk. So we talked briefly about Hawkeye. Sean texted me he might not come on because he's working late tonight. Hold on, someone's messaging me.
It's a holiday. No.
No, not in Canada. We're all in Canada, right?
Oh yeah, I know. It's just like you guys are like, this is just a regular Thursday. What is wrong with you people?
For us, for us. Remember Bison? Remember Bison, where it's like, it was the day Bison invaded your land. It was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Raul
Julia saved that movie.
I had a friend bite my head off because he was asking how come X-Men don't have any prominent Asian characters, and I said, well, a case could be made for Colossus and his sister. I mean, they're Russian, but Russia falls under Asia, so it kind of counts, but not really.
Like, what about India? Does that count? And first of all, that's a lie because Sunfire's literally like in the X-Men team right now. What about Quanon? Like,
Jubilee doesn't count, I assume.
What about
it's a Quanon? It's a whole thing with Salah.
Yeah, but Quanon is on Excalibur. Jubilee is on
Quanon's on Hellions.
Hellions. I'm sorry, Quanon's in Hellions. Jubilee's in Excalibur. We have Sunfire in X-Men. What other books are there? Well, yeah, that's it. Wolverine's Wolverine.
Oh, Colossus is on X-Force. He's an Asian character.
But even if we don't count X-Force definitely has other people too. I'm just like forgetting them right now. What about Trinary? Do you count?
No,
Indian?
most of them are white. Yeah, she's Asian. Yeah, she's Indian.
Yeah. So I don't know like this is just foolishness talk. I hate talk like that. It's just like foolishness talk. And what about WizKid is Japanese, isn't he? WizKid is Japanese. He's on Sword. So literally every X book has their. Trust me, Marvel is all over this box checking. They're not going to miss a box. They got disability and Asian in one character, which is WizKid. They checked 2 boxes with that guy.
Oh, but
he's got blue hair.
Can we just talk real quick? 36 on X-Men. I love this issue. Lorna Dane. This is the Lorna Dane I know. This is the Lorna Dane I grew up with. This is the Lorna Dane who didn't take any crap from nobody.
Right.
And if you ruin her, if you take her Starbucks, she will destroy you. Like.
Yeah, she was. This is her issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I had fun with it. Oh, but yeah, Super Pets. Kevin Hart is Batman's dog. Okay, I'm with it.
Why does Batman need a dog?
Yeah, like, you know what? I bet you it was Dick's dog, and like when Dick left, like Bruce, like, I guess I got a dog now.
He doesn't even know the dog's there because Wayne Manor's so big. The dog just like wanders around. Like Alfred actually knows the dog's there. Bruce doesn't know because he's too busy being Batman. Occasionally he's like, why is there a dog like bull in the corner? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought the Dick left, right? And Alfred's like, well, we've had the dog. And he's like, it's been 7 months. The dog's still here.
The dog's actually healthy. It's like it has his own dog life on the grounds.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Like the dog knows the dog knows the bat that scared Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, like I'll check it out, obviously, just to see what it's about, but it's gonna be tough to watch that on a continuous basis, I think. There's just too many other things now.
Yeah.
Did you watch Carnage, Steve, or no?
Oh, Venom 2?
Part 2, yeah.
No. I will get to it eventually. Eventually. That's all I'm going to say.
Like you'll watch Eternals eventually.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not rushing to do it. Life is too short.
Wait, hold. Okay, this guy down here is a little provocative because he's saying Anakin's the best Star Wars character.
He is.
I'm going to say this right now.
He is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Without Anakin, you wouldn't have Darth Vader. Without Anakin, you wouldn't have Princess Leia or Luke Skywalker. Without Anakin, you wouldn't have the Empire.
So? Okay.
And without Anakin,
everything is built off of
in history.
What?
Okay, I said without Anakin, I wouldn't have the worst heel turn in history.
That's true.
Gray, you're still echoing a lot for us here, I think.
Oh, sorry. Just saying, Obi-Wan told Anakin, don't jump. I have the higher ground. I can do it.
Nobody fucks with the high ground.
Not to jump.
Even Obi-Wan wouldn't be able to challenge the high ground if he didn't have it. The high ground is a sacred weapon that all Jedi have the ability to access, but don't do it.
Yeah, but
I have no idea what's being said.
Basically, the high ground's a meme.
Lost. No, I mean Obi-Wan lost, man. Like, come on, I understand that Anakin is the chosen one.
At the end of the day, and Obi-Wan got his ass kicked by Darth Vader.
Why?
He let him.
Yeah, he let him.
Yeah, he did.
That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, he did let him. But
he stopped fighting
so Luke can learn.
Right.
Yeah.
But Anakin is dope. Anakin is cool though. It's just they tried to make him into Edwin from Twilight.
I mean, if you want to say he's the most important character, that's one thing. But to say he's the best, yeah.
Yeah, that could be a distinction because he centers around a lot of storylines. A lot of storylines center around that character. But like,
I really like Darth Vader. That's a very cool character.
Yeah, for sure.
I see them both one and the same. I see them as separate characters while also possibly being the same character. You can see them both as separate or the same.
But they are the same though.
Because they're all. Well, people tell me that they're both separate characters, even though there's a bit of Anakin still in Darth Vader. While
you can consider them separate because like different that both of them have different personalities and stuff like that. So you consider like you can consider like I don't know like a split personality kind of thing where Anakin is different than Darth Vader because the characters are totally different in different kinds of ways.
I do consider them different because, like, when Vader's talking, he's like Anakin Skywalker, blah blah blah. He's not talking in like me. He literally refers to Anakin Skywalker as a different character.
Yeah,
right at the beginning. So I do consider them different characters.
I can't wait.
I understand that, but
rematch. That rematch is gonna be awesome against Obi-Wan.
Hayden Christensen deserves a second chance to be Anakin.
Yes,
he's not. He's not gonna be Anakin. He's gonna be Darth Vader.
No, I mean there should be a show dedicated to Hayden Christensen as Anakin, because
the Clone Wars TV show was dedicated to Anakin. I think. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I want to see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin. That's why I want.
No, but that's not happening.
It can work.
Like,
it can work.
He got Star Wars money.
Just make a show about Darth Vader and Anakin's inner conflict, while doing flashback scenes to Anakin during the Clone Wars that we don't see in the Clone Wars show. That could work.
That would be watched by one person.
And then you can have a scene where Darth Vader's dealing with the consequences of Padme's death at her funerals, at her like casket.
They can do it.
That could
but
work.
They're not going to.
Yeah,
that's the difference. They're not gonna do it. Like they're not. It's not gonna happen. Like you can make all these like things that you want to happen, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I want a West Coast Avengers TV show with everyone in their proper costumes fighting. What's his name? Graviton in the first story arc. But
who the hell's Graviton?
Exactly. Well, he was on Shield, and he's in the.
Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but right now it's not gonna happen.
Right, it's not happening.
No, there's not enough interest into it. Like,
nobody cares.
No one cares. No. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Marvel, Disney, they're about the money. If there's enough interest in Anakin Skywalker,
it seems like Disney doesn't care about
off of it. Oh, definitely. They don't care about these characters. They do not care. They're just like, it's all Dallas.
I don't know what. You know what? I don't know what Disney cares about. I used to think they cared about money. Well, I used to think they cared about entertaining audiences, which led to money.
I think it's mostly about money now because, like, if they like the character a lot, they'll do spin-offs and et cetera, et cetera.
No, but the character has to meet their criteria of box checking. So it's like they don't care. They used to care about entertaining people, which led to money. Then they stopped caring about entertaining people and just cared about money. Now it seems like they've stopped caring about money because they just do stuff that they think is going to appease the Twitter crowd. And they make these movies, and it's like nobody cares. And it's like they keep getting. They're just crappy.
Oh, did you hear? I think it was Sony. I don't know if this is true or not. I think this is a rumor or it's in development. I saw this on Twitter where Sony is developing, I think, a Rhino and was it Green Goblin or Vulture or something like that? I know Rhino's in it. They're making movies off of those characters.
Like, I love Vulture. Vulture's my favorite villain. He's going to get a tattoo eventually. And Rhino, I have a bit, the PlayStation Rhino from the PlayStation game. I've got the big statue that was like a GameStop.
I think they're cool characters, but
like not their own movies. I don't want to.
Yeah, like why do we need movies of?
Take care, Gray.
Okay, great. Take care, dude. Yeah, so Steven and I love the Spider-Man villains. I love Rhino. I have a statue of Rhino. I love Rhino, but I do not want to see a movie. I love Craven. I don't need a Craven movie. Like I don't understand what's going on with
like
these
I
people.
understand they're building up for Sinister Six, but you don't need like all these separate. Yeah, like people. I don't think people are not even very interested in the Morbius movie. Like
No,
I am.
but that like
Mr. Anakin.
but like not a big crowd. Like when do you see anyone talking about the movie?
No,
No.
who cares?
So it's like they're just wasting their money basically.
Right. They're just wasting money. And people will go watch it. Like we're all gonna go watch Morbius, and we might say it's really
watch
good.
it. Like I'm not
We're gonna
saying
watch it.
it's bad. It's bad. It's like
Yeah, no one cares.
Well-
you have to have like projects that someone like you can say the same thing with WB also, like, but like some of the projects are very intriguing, like Blue Beetle. Like Blue Beetle is a pretty cool character. If you watch him in Justice, Young Justice, if you watch that show, like his origin is pretty dope. Like
Yep.
like I hate when I bring up Blue Beetle, I hate when people say he's an Iron Man knockoff. Like what?
No,
No, he's
he's a
not.
cool character. But like the problem is that Morbius is fine. I don't know anyone who's going to like die to go see that movie other than possibly Anakin there.
Like I'm not saying like these won't turn out a good movie. It's just like I don't see a lot of people talking about it. That's why I'm trying to get at.
There's not name recognition. Oh, there you go.
This is like from like either it might be late 30s or 40s.
Yeah, Ted Cord.
This is not even Ted Cord.
That's not Ted Cord.
This is Dan Garrett.
Oh, Dan Garrett.
So he's the first Blue Beetle. This is issue number 21. This is the original Blue Beetle, and then it was Ted Cord, and then now it's Jaime Reyes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see what the year is. This is the oldest comic I have. I'm even scared to like take it out, but I'm gonna take it out.
You're afraid to take it out.
My God, it smells like it's just so. It's like if you actually saw this, it's like torn paper. It's just like. Let me see what the year is on this sucker.
Does it smell like fresh paper?
It's just brutal. Hold on. Where's the date? Oh no, this is actually 1955. Wow, I thought it was older. 1955.
You better get back in that sleeve, man.
Yeah.
But
have you?
What were we going to start? Steve, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
No, it's okay. It's just I like the idea of doing a standalone Morbius movie because he's more of not a true villain.
That
he's more
reminds
like
me of like when I saw the trailer or something like that. I think another trailer, like not the first trailer, second trailer. It kind of gave me like it didn't really give me Morbius vibes, to be honest. It gave me like vampire vibes.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, but it's at least to me, it's a more interesting character. Like when they went down the Venom hole, and they're trying to be like Venom is, this anti-hero. I'm kind of like, no, he's a villain. Sorry, I don't care. And like from what you were saying, Ark, I'm like, well, let's do Rhino. Rhino's a villain. Vulture's a villain. Like I don't care about these characters. Like to relate to them, right? They're villains. They're bad guys.
Yeah, I don't like villains movies. Like I feel like it depends on the villain also. Like with Joker, like people will go see Ends and Earth to see Joker, to be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna do anything with Joker.
And they also did it in a very clever way that they sort of made
like
Driver
it's
Joker
like a
versions.
black
Right.
label. It's like a black label Elseworld story. That's
Yeah.
Like it's not really Joker you can per se, but it's like a different interpretation. You consider it like it doesn't have Batman. It doesn't have like any of the villains. It's just like its own thing within its own pocket universe where this is like this own interpretation. And I think it was very unique. Like I understand it's not the Joker from the comics, but I think it was a very good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We all watched Invincible. We all thought it was great. I think that everyone.
I haven't.
You haven't seen it? Check it out. I think you might like that one.
I usually wait until the second season when it comes to this.
Oh, really?
Like for The Boys, I watched the first 3. I for some reason got bored, which I usually do for every show I watch, and then come back when the second season comes out. fully watch the first season, fall in love with it, and then get hyped for the show.
I actually I started with Boys when it was on second season as well, but that's only because of time. Like I just couldn't get into it. I also was not a fan of that comic. And Invincible, Invincible, I never read the comic. When the show came out, I watched first episode of the show, and then I bought the comic, and then I really liked the comic, and then Steve bought the comic, and I think he completed the whole thing.
Right.
And then we both liked the comic, and we both liked the show. For the Boys, I really liked the show. I tried the comic again. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't pick up the comic because I only have enough for one freaking franchise.
Yeah.
So, I can't I would love to pick up some Marvel comics, but I buy so many DC comics. I don't have those.
Can I just say that the marketing for the Boys TV show is fan-fucking-tastic. Like with the whole every 7th of each month, they put out like a small like news broadcast on YouTube, and they add in like commercials that would take place. I just love that.
I think it's an interesting movie. Like I liked season 1 and 2. Like I'm watching season 3. It's pretty good. I just never read the comics. The same thing with Invincible. Like I never read the Invincible comics because I don't have the money.
They're pretty good. It's very close. There's a few changes. Marcus is asking about Amber. I can't remember Amber in the Invincible.
Oh, the show. I thought you were talking about something else.
No. Steve can remind me. Did I either liked her in one version and not in the other, but I don't know which one is which.
You like the TV show is the one where she always knew, and she still was mad at.
You don't
him.
Like the TV show. You like the comic.
Right. Okay. And that and Zach or Anakin, I'll say Anakin pointed out why. Right, because she always knew when she's mad at him. So it's like this is my theory. Anytime somebody knows their identity and then they're angry about it, pisses me right off. So I've been yesterday was my 14th year anniversary with my wife. Let's say yesterday for my anniversary present, my wife said, guess what? I'm a superhero. I'd be like, this is the damn best ever. You should have told me. I would have helped you from the beginning. I wouldn't be angry and pissed off like a loser. I hate when people make it about them. It's like, oh, you never told me your secret. It's like, okay.
I feel like it also depends on
unless it was like a good reason for her to hate him being the superhero, like her parents died during a superhero fight, or the fact that her parents were superheroes but they died. That would be smart, but
okay, I agree. So in Anakin, in your two examples, then I would agree.
She always knew, but she didn't want to bring it up because she didn't want to bring up her past. Even though she hates the idea of superheroes.
It depends on the plot of the story also. Like, if it's just a set, like, just to get angry to show, like, oh, you could have told me this whole time, like, that's just stupid reason. But, like, if it has to do with, like, maybe a plot or something like that, so, like, there's, like, something happened, or, like, let's use Batman, for example, like, in, like, the Arkham Knight, like, Jim Gore doesn't really know who Batman is, but like his daughter got captured by Scarecrow. It gives him a reason to be mad because he could have stopped that from happening. Like, I feel like it depends on the situation of the story.
Right.
I think I have an idea for how it could have gone.
Hold on a second. I wanted to. I don't know. Was it a woke thing? Remember, Marcus, and we've talked about this before. I don't care what anything is. If something's woke or not doesn't affect me. I'm looking at the thing on its own. If
I don't understand this woke shit anymore.
I don't understand what is and what isn't. First, if something is woke, it doesn't automatically mean it's good. It doesn't automatically mean it's bad. I watch everything on its own. Half the time, because I've had this discussion with Marcus a few times. I'm always my own opinion. Yeah. I really like Shang-Chi. I really hate Eternals. I don't know if one is.
I didn't like Eternals either.
Right, nobody likes Eternals. But I also like Wonder Woman 84, which nobody likes. It's like, but I also liked, and I didn't like Black Widow, which people don't like. And everyone loves Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't like it. So I'm not always with people. It's like, I'm always on my own in everything. It's like sometimes I'm with the crowd. Like, everyone likes, I don't know, Batman Begins. So do I. And sometimes I'm against the crowd. Everyone hates Wonder Woman, but I like it. So I'm my own opinion. I always have my own opinion, and I always tell you why I feel this the way I feel. And it doesn't matter to me what other people are saying to me. I'm not going to cave. No one's going to convince me Wonder Woman 84 sucks. No one's going to convince me He-Man is good. It's just not going to happen.
You don't like the new. You didn't like part 2.
No, it's off. It's god awful trash and it's horseshit. It's like it's horseshit. I don't care. No one's going to convince me. I like the CGI He-Man cartoon, and people don't like that one. Some people like it, some people don't. Listen, I'm going to tell you my own opinion. I'm never going to cave. I'll tell you something, and Steve understands this, but some of these younger people don't understand this. You guys might not know this. When I was young, all of this stuff that we're talking about now was seen as stuff for losers. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I like comic books. I also liked horror movies, which was kind of a weird thing. People didn't think that was cool either for some reason. I don't know why. All of this stuff people thought was garbage. So I was made fun of for liking this stuff my whole life. And guess what happens after a while? You don't care anymore. So when I say I love Wonder Woman 84, everyone says it's trash, J-Man, you're an idiot. It's trash. It means nothing to me. I don't care. It's like I was made fun of even by my family for my whole life for 20 years before this stuff became cool. So nobody in any comments or in anything is going to actually upset me. I don't care. You're never going to convince me. If I think it's trash, I'm saying it's trash. You're not going to convince me. Now all this stuff is cool, so people feel like they can, they've got these arguments. It's like you don't have any arguments. It's like when I liked Batman. Remember, I dressed up as Wolverine when I was 16 years old, and no one knew who that was for Halloween. They're like, "Who's this? Who's this character?" I'm like, "I'm Wolverine." Nobody knew who it was in the entire school. My friends knew, of course, because they know. But the entire school, they didn't know who Wolverine was. I'm like, Wolverine from Marvel Comics? Nope, don't know. Who is that? Right? So we're talking about me being alone at a time where nobody gave a shit and thought it was all stupid. If you wore a Batman t-shirt, they'd be like, you're an idiot. So it's like, I'm not going to bend to anyone's point of view. Ooh, okay, now that that's done, let's continue with the regular schedule.
Yeah, I understand. Like, people have their own opinions. Like, you like what you like. You like, I'm not like other people have opinion. Like, I'm excited for, like, I know not a lot of people are excited for these DC projects, but I'm gonna give it a chance and see where it goes first.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna watch it.
Like with me, like I have a different, like, broad point of view. Like, I don't really get mad at anything, to be honest, because like I'm very calm and stuff like that. Like, I don't really get upset of anything for something silly. But like for me with the Flash, I'm gonna give it a chance until I wait, because like I can't really give opinion on anything until I see a movie. That's my point of view. Like, I really can't give opinion on like the Batman until I see it. Like, I can't give opinion on any movie until I see it. Like, you can say you don't like it, but you can't say it's trash if you didn't see it.
Yeah, I agree. And okay, so and Steve and I are gonna go see all these movies. We're waiting the second this Spider-Man, whatever it's called, comes out, tickets come out, and we're locked in. It'll be Thursday night opening show or whatever. It's like we always go on the preview night, which is the night before. We're gonna go there. We're gonna sit with our popcorn, and then Steve and Sean say they're never gonna buy food, and then they buy food after that because I buy it, and then it smells so good, and then they. A lot of people owe me money because anytime I buy food, everyone buys it afterwards. Like, shit, man, this smells really good.
I will say Sean is the worst of the two of us because I just usually get the small one where he gets the deluxe whatever.
He gets like deluxe nachos and hot dogs. And I'm like,
do you guys sometimes get those like I think metal? Sometimes I think AMC sells these metal, I think popcorn containers and stuff like that. With I think it's special movies and certain movies. Do you get those sometimes?
If I tell you that, well, okay, I only have one. And then I'm going to get a second one next show I go to. And if I tell you the two, you're going to get really angry. The first one I have is Captain Marvel. Woohoo! The second one I have is going to be Wonder Woman 1984 because they still have some left at my theater. The two most beloved films of all time.
I hope they wouldn't have one for the Batman. Like, that would be cool. Like,
they might. Our place usually does these little... they're like these toppers. I must have one around here to show you guys. There's got to be one somewhere in this room.
Like the only one that I got people get hate like I saw, I think it was the last Star Wars movie, like I forgot the name of it.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise. I think it
the
was
Trash of Skywalker.
Yeah, the Trash of Skywalker.
Whatever. Rise Skywalker. It shows like it's red. It shows it's like a red container with black around it, and it's pretty cool. Like, even though that you don't like the movie,
it's still a cool thing.
It's just a cool thing to have, really.
Hulk.
So they put these on the top of your drink. So you get like a Hulk cup. So it'll be like a large drink, and it'll be like Hulk. And then they put this on the top, and then the straw comes out. So then you keep this little statue thing. It's not a bad little. And I've got Captain Marvel, woohoo, and I've got Hulk, and I've got Gandalf, and I've got Hela. Who else do I have?
Did you get Captain America? I got Captain America when Winter Soldier came out.
Who did I get?
You must have.
I usually get these, but you can't. Well, you're not supposed to be able to pick, but I always tell the person, I'm like, if you don't give me Hulk, I'm not buying this drink. So figure it out. Right? So it's like they find it for me. And then one time the guy was pissed off at me because I wanted the green Captain Marvel, like I wanted her green costume, and he got all pissed off at me, and he gave it to me, and he forgot that he gave it to me because I don't put it in my cup, I put it in my pocket. I don't want it to get damaged, so I put it in my pocket. He gave me a second one, and I'm like, oh, okay, then I got two of them. Normally I would have said, hey, I already have one, but since he was being a jerk, I'm like, I'll keep both.
Yeah. Like, I remember, like, I think opening day of Wonder Woman, like, even though I don't like the movie, Wonder Woman 1984, I saw, like, there's so much merchandise. I think they had, like, a Wonder Woman sword or something like that. Had, like, a few other things. And it's like, I wanted to, get a merchandise, but it was all sold out. So it is what it is. It's like, I'll buy, like, it is what it is. Like,
well, I know.
I do kind of wish, like, I know how long Zack Snyder's Justice League was, but I think it would have been cool to see in the theater other than home, to be honest. Because, like, cool. I don't mind streaming services for TVs and shows and stuff like that and cartoons. I just don't like seeing movies on the TV. Like, I hate it.
Yeah, there's something to be said for, like, I know some people who didn't care for Dune when they saw it streaming, and then they went to the theater to see it, and they were like, this is way better. Like, there's just some movies that are meant to be seen on the big screen. It's a cliche, but it's true.
The movie theater experience is better when you see movies, to be honest, because, like, when I see movies in movie theater, like, you're more, like, hyped and stuff like that to see the movies, but when you see it at home, like, it's like like you don't care as much.
Well, I've got a 65. Sorry, yeah, I got a 65-inch 4K with surround sound. So
65.
And I sit like 4 feet away from it, so it's like it may as well be it. When our buddies from the Action Elite came over to my place, they're sitting down and they're like, "Man, we gotta get one of these."
Do you have a home theater? Like, do you have like a home theater where
5.1? I have 5.1. Yeah, not 7.1. I know a buddy who's got a 100-inch screen with an HD projector and 7.1.
Yeah, I saw on YouTube there was this guy that made his made a home theater where it actually is a bat cave that opens up.
Nice.
And that was cool as hell. And that probably cost billions.
That's going to cost you a lot. Yeah. Well, Steve, you got 4K. I don't have a 4K player, but Steve has a 4K player, and you've got the sound bar, which actually isn't that bad. So if you guys can't do this, how much was your sound bar, Steve? Do you remember?
150.
So that's Canadian. So that's probably like $100 for you guys.
Yeah.
And the sound bar is not that bad. Like, because I was just at Steve's like a week or so ago, and the sound is not too bad. Like for a sound bar. So if $100, man, it's worth upgrading if you don't have one of those. And then it makes your TV a little bit better. Plus Black Friday
with my TV,
tomorrow.
I would get soundbar, but like my TV's loud enough to freaking shake the house.
Shake the house, yeah. It's
like,
just the audio quality's a bit better.
It'll just piss off the neighbors even more.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Did you guys watch Hawkeye?
Oh, I did. I really liked it. Like, the actor. I really liked the introduction of Kate Bishop, how she gets inspired from Hawkeye. That you see all the medals and trophies that she's won as archery class. I do like. It kind of was a funny scene where she shoots the arrows at this bell thing, and it demolishes it.
It demolishes the whole thing. You're like, and that was like a low key, okay, so that could be perceived as this is irritating, right? But it's like, she's just causing trouble. But I don't think she was trying to be do something kind of fun, and it kind of backfired on her.
Right.
And no one got hurt, so I wasn't too tense. So Steve, wait, you saw the first episode, right?
Right.
Okay, so there's 2 out. Is it going to be one a week? I guess it's one a week, right? It's 2 a week?
It's going to end not next week, but the week after. There's only 6 episodes.
Wow. It's only 6. Oh, wow. Okay.
6 episodes, that's all?
Yeah, that's fast.
I think it's because of the release time. No one likes to release anything around the Christmas holidays because no one's watching. So I think they just tried to get it out as quickly as possible. So.
It kind of reminds me a little bit with Netflix where they put everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. You're right. Because I know, I also watch Survivor. I don't know if anyone watches Survivor, but I watch Survivor. And they always try to finish it before Christmas. So it's that, okay, it's going to end in the first week of December or second week or something.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the show get more popular for Christmas? Because usually if you have something on Christmas, usually more people watch it or something like that.
But people aren't watching television at that time. They're going to other people's houses. They're going to parties. They're shopping.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. I think that's why.
It
gives me a chance to catch up on things. So I'm
Did you guys watch the South Park post-COVID special? I watched it. It was hilarious.
No, not yet.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
I saw videos and clips of it. It was very funny.
It's very, and then there's a song in it where they're talking about the future, because it's the future, so all the kids are grown up. And there's literally a song. It's we're in the future. We're in the future. It's so lame, but it's so funny because it's so nonsense. They keep saying it's well, we're in the future now, so we have to make sure. It's they keep referencing that they're in the future to remind you, which I think is so funny because it's okay, I get it. You're in the future. Stop it.
Jamie, I have a question. What's your opinion on do you like the character what was it, Batwing, or
no,
you don't like that character?
There's too many people. There's too many Bat people now.
I know there's Batwing, and there's also I think it's
Signal and Batwing, and
I forgot his name. It's something Jace Fox or something. Timothy Jace Fox.
Yeah.
I think that I know not a lot of people like Future State, but I really thought he was a pretty good Batman in the future. And I heard I don't know if this is true. Scoopers are freaking 50-50, but it was they're saying that they're developing a black Batman, and I hope it's if they're doing this multiverse idea, and they could be all their own separate thing. I think it would be cool to see a Future State Batman with Timothy Jace Fox as his own hero and not Batman. You still have that Bruce Wayne,
right?
But this will be its own character. I think that would be pretty cool because he's his own character, and he's the Future State Batman, and I think he's also, I think, in Future State also
mm-hmm.
I think he's going to New York or something like that in the present time. So I think the character is pretty good.
I I don't. Yeah, let me rephrase that. I'm not. I don't dislike that character.
Oh,
I'm indifferent to him. I'm like, yeah, he's okay. Like, it's like Signal, Batwing. Who else? There's like just a few of these where it's like this is kind of just like extraneous stuff. Hey, Clobberin, how's it going, dude?
It's Signal. It's what it's right now is Signal. Batwing really doesn't show up that much, so like he only shows there for extreme time, so he's not really there. Right. But you can consider Batwing.
Three Robins, Batman.
Yeah, 3 Robins.
Spoiler. Orphan.
Yeah, Orphan.
Batwoman.
Batgirl.
We have 10.
Ghostmaker.
Ghostmaker.
What was
Ghostmaker?
That one? Ghostmaker. Yeah, that's all of them, I think.
And then like you might even consider someone like Harper Lee. She helps him out sometimes. Miracle Molly, is she now going to join
Molly
the crew?
Is in there now. I know. What did you think of
Miracle guys, Molly? I gotta go.
You gotta go, dude. All right, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Take care.
Oh yeah, see you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes.
Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving. I would say he has a large family, but it's kind of good where he is building his own bat family, like Superman has his own Superman family. I would say the Superman families probably get larger, similar to Batman. I think Miracle Molly. I really like the character.
I thought she was alright.
She's
cool.
Have you read the recent comic book where
let me see.
I think it's issue 16 or 17 where she won am I allowed to say spoiler or anything like that?
Just say no one reads comics except for the 3 of us.
Okay.
Just to let you know, Arkham, nobody reads comic books except for us 3. So just...
But at the end, I think what was it? Scarecrow had some kind of bomb thing, and he said there's no way to cure Gotham City or unless you make a change.
Right.
And Batman gave this great speech that there is no easy way out, that pressing that button is the easy way out, and making a change, you can think people can't make their own choices, but you have to believe that people can change and make their own choices. I really like that ending where Batman shows a heartful speech of people always think of Batman more he has no heart or anything like that, but he actually has a lot of heart that he really cares about the city and he really cares about the family. And I feel like that speech represents a lot towards the Batman character.
Yeah, that was 117, right?
It was a great speech because he's basically if we make the decision for them, they can't get better.
Yeah.
We're taking that option away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 117. I've read that. I read Nightwing. I read Joker is the goddamn best.
Yeah.
That comic
I really
is so good.
I think my favorite artist now is what was it, George? His art is so good. I really like it. I like other artists as well, but oh my god, reading Fear State, the designs and everything, and the Gotham and the characters are so good.
Yeah, this was really good. Now, Steve did you read every connecting?
I've read everything on the checklist. I'm up to I just finished Nightwing, so my next one is Detective. I think.
So I didn't read Detective yet. Did you read Detective, Arkham? Detective.
Which one? The recent one?
1045. Yeah.
I'm gonna be picking that up tomorrow to read.
Okay, so yeah, I get it. I get that on digital, so I get it Tuesday at midnight or whatever. So I didn't read that, but I read Robin.
Robin have you read Robins with the S?
Oh no, I didn't read that. Was that good?
Yeah, it's good. It's more about the Robins, with Damian, Nightwing, Red Hood. Right. It's more about the Robins. as a team, and it's like a limited issue. I think it's 8 issues, and the first issue was very good.
All right, so I'll get that.
The only problem I have with Red Hood is he's getting overexposed a bit for me. Like, he's the leader of Task Force Z. He's the leader of the Suicide Squad in the Get Joker storyline. Like, he's everywhere now, and I'm like, okay, like, Jason Todd's a cool character, but like, it's getting to be like everything's about Jason Todd, and I'm like,
I do like his suit. Like, his suit's like, I kind of disagree with people saying it's a downgrade. Not really. It's a pretty dope suit.
Yeah.
Like I like the I didn't mind the one with the hood and I think mask thing underbar. Like, I think that was a cool suit.
Mm-hmm.
But I always liked the helmet. I always I'm a guy that always liked the Red Hood helmet.
Yeah.
Like his armor and stuff like that. Like that's really my head.
If you do a hood, like I'm trying to look at. Whenever I see a hood, though, I think of Azrael.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And
yeah.
sometimes when you see, like, okay, so if you're looking at Jason Todd, I'm trying to find a.
I think that was in Rebirth. I think that was in Rebirth. I think search Red Hood Rebirth.
All right, let me see.
But like I didn't mind the design, but I always liked the helmet better because
the helmet's awesome.
Because the helmet is like throughout history, it's always been like how you recognize Red Hood and stuff like that. It's not like you can't have different looks. It's just what he's most famous by.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, like, because the hood, like, there's some parts in New 52 where you may have had. I didn't really like New 52. I didn't really like. I don't think I liked any of the designs of New 52. I'm trying to think if I liked any of the designs of New 52. And I don't really think I liked any of them, if I'm really thinking about it.
With Red Hood?
With any character.
With any of the characters.
I don't like the New 52 Superman. I don't like losing the red trunks. It just looks weird to me.
The best thing that came out of New 52 was the Court of Owls. Like,
I agree.
That was the best thing to come out. Otherwise, it was.
Yeah, I feel like the best was really, to be honest, Batman. Like Batman was like always awesome. Like, Batman's still growing hard even past. Like, people say, like, I feel like the comics are getting better. Like, I think like who got fired? I remember someone got fired that was worse.
What's his name? I'm the worst with names because I don't pay attention. I just read.
I think it's Dan Didio. I think it is.
Yeah, Dan Didio. Yeah,
he had. I remember before this all happened, before Infinite Earths and stuff like that, he was gonna kill all the freaking OG characters. I remember he was gonna kill Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and replace all of them.
He's a bit mental. Yeah.
I know.
The thing is, it's like they have all these. The problem is that they come up with these plans, these grand schemes where we're going to do this, that, and the other, and nobody really ever likes that. It's like, we're going to shake it up. It's like, look, we just, if you want to add a new character like a Miracle Molly or something, and you can see how that plays out.
Yeah.
It's like, don't mess with your main Justice League people.
Yeah, your OG.
Yeah, your OG guys. It's like Superman should just be Superman. If you want to mess around, you create a new character like Jonathan Kent, and then you do whatever you want with that character. You don't mess with Superman. You don't mess with Batman. You don't mess with Wonder Woman. Whoever. Green Lantern. You can pick your Green Lantern if you don't want Hal Jordan.
Like his plans. I'm not. I don't really feel bad him getting like booted or anything like that because like his plans were bad. I think they called it like DC. I think they called it DC 2G or something like that. Whatever. Before it was before Fear State. I kind of feel like.
That's what that whole not magistrate. What am I trying to say? What was the thing before Fear State? Oh my god! We just talked about it, for Christ's sakes. With the Future State. Was the Future State was like the leftovers from what they were going to do. I think that's what that was.
Yeah, like I know Fear State has its problems, but I feel like my favorites were Batman. Robin was interesting. You see Robin on his own, doing his own thing, and he doesn't have Batman to help him. there is no dynamic duo. Robin is on his own trying to fix Gotham City by himself. And I really liked. I feel like the ones I really liked is the new Batman. I didn't. Bruce. The original OG Batman was pretty good. I like Catwoman. What else? And then Robin. Harley Quinn was okay. Like, it was interesting, and Justice League was pretty good as well. The rest I didn't give a shit about.
Like, I mean, like, you basically have right now, like, Fear State is awesome.
Yeah.
Robin is terrific. Nightwing, I love what they did with him. He's rich. He's trying to give, and Heartless was a great villain to have him with.
I like how Nightwing like gave away all his money to like fund like a GoFundMe, fund me to fix the city, like for the homeless and everything like that. Try to get people out of the street and everything like that. Imagine if that actually happened in real life. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But all that's cool. I love Joker. I love Jim Gordon teaming up with Vengeance. That's great. Like, all of that stuff was good.
Yeah.
The periphery stuff, though, like, I don't care about. I've tried the Catwoman comics. Don't care. I tried Harley Quinn. Don't care. Task Force Z. I'll read the second issue, but I didn't care much for the first one. I don't want Bane as a zombie. I want Bane as Bane. Like, that's the thing I'm thinking of too. So a Ghostmaker, if they did a Ghostmaker comic, I would read that.
Yeah, I would love a Ghostmaker show or TV show or comic book series, because like he is a very cool character. Like throughout Fear State, like because you learn about the story about Ghostmaker. I think he's a pretty dope character. Like, imagine like a Bat Family movie trilogy with Ghostmaker. That would be dope as hell.
Oh yeah, if they did Ghostmaker and realized him properly, that would be awesome. I'm going to try Batgirls because I really like Orphan. With Spoiler.
Yeah,
that comes in December, I think. That end of November, I think.
Yeah,
I'm getting
I keep forgetting. So is Cassandra Cain? She's not back. Who is she's Orphan, right?
Yeah, she's Orphan.
Well, yeah,
she's not Batgirl. But Barbara's Batgirl, right?
Yes.
She's back to
be Barbara's Batgirl. There's Spoiler, and there's Orphan.
Yeah, Stephanie is Spoiler.
Yeah,
Orphan is Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
Barbara's back because Barbara stopped being Batgirl and she was back to being Oracle for a bit. But that's
then they changed it up a little bit where she like I think they explained in the Future State that like she was afraid that like she can damage her chip in her back.
Right.
She like is getting back out there becoming Batgirl. It's not gonna be like she's gonna be Batgirl every time.
No.
But she's gonna be like she's still gonna be Oracle, but she's not like disabled at all. But she'll be like, if there's like emergency or something like that, like she'll
hop back into
she'll bounce back and forth, and I'm cool with that. I like her as Batgirl. I liked I read the Batwoman stuff with her and Beth. Read Alice in Urban Legends. I really like that storyline.
Oh yeah, I've been really liking Urban Legends. It's been good. Like you can consider it a multiple storyline tie-ins, I would say, because like you have Batman Beyond, and that comes out next year. It's not really connected to anything. You had the introduction of Deathstroke Inc. that has its own comic book series, and Task Force Z also. Like I'm giving Task Force Z like it's okay. Like I don't really give those things a chance because like I think it was interesting reading like the zombies and the vampires. Like it's interesting. Like I always liked vampires, to be honest. Like within movies and zombies. Like I think it's interesting. I'm not saying it's bad. I just wanted to try out and see how the story goes.
Yeah, I tried it out, and it feels a lot like Suicide Squad with zombies. And to be honest with you, I would just rather just have Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The zombies don't interest me enough because they're just under control. So they're like he has to stop them from eating people sometimes, which is like I guess kind of cool. But like again, you got a great character like Bane, and he's just literally a zombie, and I'm like,
I do
I
think
don't.
it's interesting that he has to take I think a Lazarus kind of
Yeah,
exposure and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like
I'm
he's got.
I'm interested in what the story about that is because Jason had never had to do that before about the Lazarus. I don't know if this has to do with the Lazarus pit or something like that. I think that's the one main part that I'm interested in to see what that story unravels within the story.
I think it's almost like they give him either a treatment or they like inject him or something with Lazarus pit, like fluid or something, and that's how he keeps going. I think they mentioned that. I mean, it's zombies, and people are always going to like zombies. For me,
Yeah.
it's just not interesting enough right now. Like I'll read issue 2.
Yeah.
If anything in there piques my mind, I'll read issue 3. But right now, like it's paling in comparison to like the Batman books, Robin, Nightwing,
Yeah,
all that stuff. It's not to that level to me. So
I think the stuff that's planned is good. I think what's going on with DC right now is that there's a few characters like their main ones, like the Supermans, Wonder Woman's, Batman's, Nightwing, and that. They're really planning a lot of stuff out, like Joker and everything. But then everything, like Steve, you kind of said this, it's like everything that's not a main person. It's almost like someone's just doing whatever they think. It's like, well, let's try this shit out. And it's like, well, let's have zombies. It's like, why is there zombies?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and I'm finding that's why DC is weird for me. The comics that I like, I like Flash, I like Joker, I like Batman, I like Detective, I like action. And there's all these other ones. It's like it's either really, really good or I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like Joker. It's not even like Joker's like an okay comic. Joker's like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Batman is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Robin is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nightwing is 10 out of 10. Superman action is 10 out of 10. And you're like, okay. And then
are you excited about? I think it's World War.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's coming. That's good. That's coming.
That's awesome. Like, I don't believe that Superman really is gonna die. To be honest, because,
no, of course he's not gonna die. That's
like people are saying, oh, he's gonna die. No, they're not gonna kill him. Like, yes, he had kryptonite poisoning, but the reason why they I feel like that gives Mongol gives Superman a harder time to defeat Mongol because if Superman didn't have kryptonite poisoning, he can just defeat Mongol like that with the snap. If it within his just flick him around the moon. Bye, I'm done.
Yeah. So I think that's all got a plan. DC's weird. The books that are good all have plans and everyone knows what they're doing, and then the other books are so random and so crap because I go to my shop is actually called Gotham Central Comics.
That sounds cool.
So I go to Gotham Central. And obviously it's like, Batman themed. But you see, it's like everyone picks up those main books. Like, okay, we got to get all these. And then all the other ones that come out, they just don't go anywhere. Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
And it's like DC needs to get their shit together. Like the books that are good. So they don't need to touch those, but they need to bring these other ones that are just tumbling around.
I do agree. I think I know DC just sometimes I read Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's pretty good. Catwoman, I'm interested in because she does have some ties in within the I think fear stain and stuff like that, and I think she's I heard she's gonna come back to Gotham City to have some kind of love interest within Batman again. But I'm really excited. Task Force Z and the vampires. I think the rest of it is fine. I don't think we need really zombies or vampires. I think it's just people have fantasies and
right. They want zombies. I don't have.
It's cool. It's cool. It's something it's someone else's something someone else is working on. I guess it's cool. If they want to do that, cool. And if it's a good story, cool. Like it's cool. Like I'm just saying, like they're trying something different that's not connected to anything, and like I don't think that's bad. It's just like it's like zombies and vampires. It's pretty interesting.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I finished. It's just pretty interesting. Like I'm not saying like it's a bad idea, but it's not really connected to anything. Like it's like an Elseworld story. You can consider it, and like I do agree we don't need it per se, but like I think I want to give it a chance before like I judge the whole story, and it's like a limited series, so it's not connected to anything anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't think any of these other things like Harley Quinn, I Am Batman, Catwoman,
I think that ended.
Task Force Z, all this stuff. I don't think any of it is bad. Like I've read bad Marvel Now Thunderbolts. I was like, what is this? This is nonsense. Stuff like that. It's not bad, but I'm at the point where I'm like, I got filet mignon on all of these other books,
Right.
and you guys are giving me, you know,
more.
McDonald's is good once in a while, but like, I'm going to take filet mignon if I can get it. Like, I'm not going to take, you know, the Mickey D's.
Hey, so let's take a look. Okay, so look, I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Share screen.
He's gonna have a whole list of everything.
Yeah, I'll tell. Well, look, let's see here.
I do really like Green Lantern. Green Lantern's pretty good too.
Okay, so this was this week's. Let's go to next. This is next week's stuff. So Batman, look, that we're getting that for sure, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get Nightwing 2021 annual?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that for sure. Spider-Man is a pass. That's.
I love that cover with Detective. That looks so awesome.
Yeah.
This Nightwing, we're gonna get that action. Of course, I'm getting Daredevil. So Marcus was talking about Daredevil. I will get all the Daredevil stuff once I. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This is a shitty view. I can't see this one.
What's happening? Like I don't know. I don't read a lot of Marvel comics, but like, is the Marvel comics pretty good? Like, what were things bad and good?
DC's kicking the shit out of Marvel comics. That's for damn sure. Marvel's a disaster.
It is.
Oh, there's a lot of good X-Men books, or some good X-Men books. So I'm going to close this window.
Did they still do Iron Man books and stuff like that?
I canceled Iron Man in 3 issues. Literally, Hellcat came in and said to Tony Stark that he was privileged, and I thought, I'm done. It's like Iron Man has saved the universe 100 million times. And you're going to stand there like, oh, you're just some privileged rich guy. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? How about you shut your mouth? And it's like, that pissed me off. That page, I can tell you what page it is. It's like, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I hate this because Marvel, all it is politics. That's all they do. And X-Men, there's a few good X-Men books, but that's about it. Moon Knight wasn't too bad. I haven't read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil. I will read it. But some of them are bad. Hold on, I want to reshare the screen so I can see what's going on here. Let me do my share screen again here.
So they like shove politics in your face
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I didn't know that. Like that's not good.
All right, so let's see what's coming out here. So yeah, like I mean, so next week. Sorry, this is this week's. So then next week, yeah, Batman. This whole top like Spider-Man, I'm done. Action, I'll get. Wonder Woman, I'll get. Avengers, forget it. Marauders, yeah. Joker, yeah. Fantastic Four, forget it. That's gone off a cliff. Okay. Robin's okay. Venom, you can whatever. Trial of Magneto, I actually like, but it's not even about a trial.
You don't like Venom?
No, Venom sucks.
Like the movie, yeah. Also,
the movie super sucks. I just can't get into the comics. Everyone loves Venom, but like I don't get it.
I feel like Venom should be like. I don't know, like with Spider-Man, really.
I tried Absolute Carnage.
What'd you think of it, Steve?
It was absolute garbage.
Yeah,
Did not like it at all.
Yeah, like Captain Marvel, I'm a few issues behind on that. I read that out of some weird sense of loyalty to the character from before.
Fear State Omega. Looking forward to that.
So Steve's gonna get you guys.
That when they say Omega kind of reminds me of like one of those I think like when you get like a graphic novel, I think of Omnibus stuff like that. It reminds me of Omega of everything. If you're saying,
Yeah, I'll get that Gotham City Villains one too.
oh, that's interesting. Like that is very exciting to me because like we never got like a Batman series based on a villain.
Yeah.
A villain series. I think that's pretty cool because you have a lot of interesting characters and you're getting a story between the eyes of the villains, like Joker, Penguin. Like that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up?
Sean.
So I'm just gonna sneeze. Give me a second. All right. Sean, did you watch Absolute Carnage? Or no, what's it called? Sorry.
Venom 2?
Absolute Venom.
Let there be carnage?
Yeah,
No,
Absolute
Let There Be
It's
Carnage?
Venom.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
No.
It's
It
still
sounds like it sounds insufferable, but
It's awful.
yeah.
The
Like,
first half an hour is
I feel like the
unbearable.
only favorite part that I really liked was the end credit scene.
Well, when Carnage looks awesome. I'll say that.
I
It
don't
looks
like how
awesome.
they created Carnage. I
Oh.
hate it.
The
So it's a
way-
very 90s movie in that you're going to see it's like Spawn, right? You're going to see the stuff, but it's not the tone, it's not the story, it's not the mood, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the tone. It's
Worse than Spawn, basically. Yeah.
They've literally messed up.
I hope
the
one day
entire
we
thing.
get a Spawn reboot. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what's
Tom
We're
happening.
supposed to
keeps
have
saying
one,
it.
but yeah.
I don't know what's
McFarlane says
happening.
it.
Like I know like Tom McFarlane is a part of that and stuff like that. So I don't know what's happening.
If he's directing it, that's what's happening with it because I don't think he can. Listen. I love Todd McFarlane, but he is an egomaniac, and him directing something for the first time, and it's this movie. Forget about it. Like
He shouldn't direct it.
no,
Um,
he should
yeah.
produce it. It's a Jason Blum thing, right? So get a good director and have
who would you
Todd
want to
McFarlane.
direct it? Do you have any like directors that you would want to direct it?
Not really. I don't know what their direction is going to be for this though.
Yeah.
If it's a big, it's not going to be a big production, so it's going to be like a low budget thing. So maybe get that Invisible Man guy. I don't know.
No, God, no.
God,
Steve
no.
Waddle? No way. You know what? Give it to
Now
Neil
Steve
Marshall.
obviously-
He was screwed with Hellboy. Give it to him and let him do it his way.
I just hope like
Oh.
the Spawn is very good. I don't want it to end up like the Hellboy reboot that god awful reboot.
Oh, that was a mess, eh?
The Spawn
I
movie
forgot
was
about
going to be
that
a
movie.
grounded movie. I guess with Sam and Twitch or something.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope.
dumb.
I hope.
Yeah.
I don't want Sam and Twitch as the main characters. It's called Spawn. Like I don't get
Yeah.
it. Sean's got his He-Man. Did you finish He-Man, Sean? We're not gonna stream too much longer, so we're gonna talk about this on. Let's do Saturday.
Yeah,
I think.
Sorry, I'm in the office, so I just put up my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see me in the office, but really, why?
So I'm thinking maybe we'll come back. Is Saturday? Does Saturday work for both of you guys instead of Sunday?
Probably, yeah. I guess. I don't know.
Like Saturday instead of Sunday.
Yeah,
Because on Sunday I feel like I gotta hurry it up because
Yeah.
it's work the next day. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I saw the He-Man. I saw the Hawkeye. But I didn't see Venom because
Okay.
see the
Just
worst
stop-
for last.
Just don't see it.
Yeah.
No, Sean's
Probably
gonna
just
watch
not
it.
see
Yeah,
it,
he has to watch it.
I know it's
Yes,
the
come on.
'90s thing, man.
I'll watch it. It's just down the list.
It's like
Yeah, there's so many things I watched it like with my friends. Like it was okay. I didn't like because we all know the origin of Carnage. I don't like how they changed the origin of Carnage. It was it's stupid how they changed the origin.
Well, okay. Well, maybe Steve can answer this then, or Sean. I don't know if you.
It's
guys
a very basic origin. Is that
No.
what
I don't care about the origin.
Yeah.
What I care about is like, I don't remember this, but I'm not a Venom and Carnage person. Does Venom need to eat brains?
No.
Right. I don't understand this entire movie. Venom is like, I want to eat brains. I want to eat brains. I gotta eat brains. And I'm like thinking, why is this happening?
I think he means like people and stuff, like eat people or something.
No. He says it only. He literally says that. He says, "Why don't you eat chickens?" He's like, "No, I need something that has. It's only in brains or something." And he keeps wanting to bite people's heads
that
off.
doesn't make any sense because Venom never he's not a zombie.
No,
yeah, I don't
it's
understand.
not Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and it's got to be returned because the Romero Dead series does not have brain eating,
and it's not like
that's a Return of the Living Dead series. Those are different series. Did you know that, Arkham? Night of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead are two different franchises.
I know. It's not like with Venom. Like he had to Eddie had to change his diet and food habits because he has an alien parasite. Like what?
Yeah, I don't.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he have to change his food habits and everything with the alien parasite? Like it's not
right.
Wouldn't if he eats stuff, it would also feed, I guess, Venom as well. Like why would he have to eat people? Like doesn't make
right. Doesn't make sense.
It's stupid. I haven't seen. Funny enough, I haven't seen Return of the Living Dead 2. I saw 1 and 3, but the brain truck just makes me laugh every time I hear about it.
Yeah, they're literally throwing brains.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they're like leading them down the highway and they're throwing the brains at them.
Did they explain in one of those movies why they had to specifically eat brains or something in it?
The most explanation is from part 3, which is my favorite, of course. It's supposed to do something. So when Julie is like hurting herself, that whole thing is to take away what the brains provide. No, she's because when she hurts herself, that pain causes her to not crave the brains, and there's something in the brains that makes that craving. It's so. Look, Return of the Living Dead is supposed to be a comedy movie. It's a spoof movie, right? It's silliness. They're awesome. At least the first 3 for sure are awesome. I haven't seen 4 or 5 yet, actually, but I want them. But so this Venom thing's like I have to eat brains or whatever. And did you guys know that Shriek is in this movie?
Yes.
Oh, I
didn't.
Yeah, I know.
So she's in it, and I'm like, and then now she makes she's basically Banshee, right? Or not? Well,
Banshee.
I say Banshee, but let's say Black Canary or not Black Canary. Yeah, Black Canary. So it's like, she like destroys whatever. But the way that Carnage is created in this, what is Carnage's origin? Steve, what's Carnage's? Do you remember Carnage's origin?
Yeah. So what happens is that Venom breaks out of jail, and a piece of the symbiote stays behind, and basically
infects Cletus Cassidy. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what. So what happens in this one is that Venom does go to visit Cletus. And they get into a scuffle behind the bars, and Cletus bites his thumb.
He bites
his hand or his thumb, and then some blood gets into him, and then he becomes Carnage.
Huh.
It's kind of like that. It's not quite the same because, like, the one thing that I didn't understand a lot of is Eddie Brock and Cletus Cassidy were cellmates, so they grew to dislike each other because they were around each other all the time. Whereas like Eddie Brock in the movie is just visiting Cletus Cassidy. And I'm like, why would...
No. So what? Okay. So no, they do explain. So what it is that Eddie Brock is responsible for Cletus getting the death penalty through his investigations and stuff.
Yeah, so he hates him for it.
He hates him for that, which I guess would be a reason. So then he says, "Oh, why don't you come visit me? One last time or whatever, since it's your fault and all this crap." And then Eddie just basically it wasn't very clear to me why Eddie was accepting that invitation to go down. He literally, it's like a throwaway line of dialogue. He's just like, "Oh, I should really go." And it's like, wait, why?
Like the other thing that I kind of doesn't make any sense, like with the cop, like that kind of, I don't understand the relationship between the cop and Eddie. Is that like out of the blue? Because when I watched the first first movie, there was no cop relationship between Eddie, Eddie and a cop. Like, it making no sense. Like,
no, but no, like I don't get it. I don't know. This movie's so weird. Like, I don't know. Just like literally the first half an hour is like unwatchable. But once he becomes Carnage and then he looks like Carnage and then it's literally Carnage freaking destroying people. Like, he gets out of that prison and he like murders everyone. It's crazy.
Well, it's Carnage, yeah. So that's
I don't like how they end off Carnage. It's kind of weird.
I know, it's dumb. Don't spoil it for the guys in case that they whatever. But like,
so we could be wowed by the impressive storytelling.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
but like,
wowed by the stupidity.
No, when Carnage is like destroying people, it's crazy. Like, that part is crazy. When they fight, it's pretty sick. Yeah. But there's so many bad jokes. There's so much bad jokes. Like there's like one part where I kind of laughed where like Venom goes to like a karaoke bar or goes to some nightclub and like goes up on stage and talks as Venom, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I saw that part. He's got like glow sticks all over.
He's got they put glow sticks on, like they give him glow stick necklaces. I'm like,
I thought like he was a guest singer or something like that.
Yeah. Oh God. Now I've been to raves. I went to a rave on a boat. Which is great. I don't do drugs, so I went sober, and I went there, and they offer everything you want on these cruises, but whatever. So I went on there, and like, man, nobody cares about any. They're like, what's happening there? They're all like, yeah. It's like, no, that doesn't happen. No one cares. They're just doing their own thing, and that's it. But anyway, so he goes there and he does his little stupid shit, and I'm like, what? I thought that was kind of amusing, just because it was so weird. And I thought, this is like really weird. But then, like, they fight each other the whole movie, and they headbutt each other.
Yeah,
it's like just so stupid.
And it's very bickering. Like, you're fighting like the whole movie's basically, like half of like I would say half of the movie's like Eddie and Venom having an argument, and then they come back together, I guess.
No, I was watching it like off my computer, right? So I literally like paused it, and it was 33 minutes, and it was the whole 33 minutes is them arguing with each other. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Wow.
And then Carnage comes in at about 35 minutes or something, and then that part is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty long for bickering.
That's a lot of bickering, and then it's like, oh, I don't let you. It's like he's like, I want to eat his head. I want to bite his head off. And I'm thinking, like, what is happening? Like, is this supposed to be a creepy, scary movie, or is it supposed to be stupid? Because they're not as good as Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, Marx Brothers, even The Odd Couple. They're not, or they're not even as good as like Who's a New Team. They're not even as good as Chris Farley and David Spade. It's not even that good. Like, it's
so they're like an old married couple. That's how
right. It's an old married couple. It's supposed to be funny, but it's just not funny. It was.
I don't consider Venom and Eddie an old married couple, to be honest.
Yeah,
like the symbiote, like they usually get along and stuff like that, not argue freaking 24/7.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
The symbiote is supposed to be this parasite that basically latches onto him, and like for Eddie Brock, it's he feels important now because Venom is so powerful, but like he can't, like the parasite is always there, right? Like the symbiote's always
there. Even in the first movie, like he insults you, like when the first time he says you're a loser, Eddie, like you're pathetic, you have no life or something like that. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't understand it. It's like, and I was a loser too. I'm like, what is going on? Like, Venom is supposed to be one of the possibly scariest characters in the Marvel universe. He looks fearsome. And it's like Eddie Brock's already a big guy, and with the symbiote taking his worst, qualities and making it like form, it's insane. Like Venom is supposed to be terrifying, not like a comedy duel.
Yeah, and the only reason I liked that nightclub scene because I thought it was so stupid and outrageous that I liked it. Like I liked it because it was so dumb. I was like, wow, this is kind of funny. Like if you're gonna make it's like Batman and Robin. If you're gonna make it so dumb, then I'd rather just watch a super dumb movie and laugh
Yeah.
Right. But like, I don't want it to be like, it's not dumb enough, right? Like, it's like, that was sort, you know what I mean? Like, that's my problem. It's like, if you want to make this a really silly, stupid shit fest movie, then do that. And then I can have fun with it and be like, that was so cheesy. But they're trying to make it serious, but it's so bad. And Michelle Williams sucks and her husband's whatever. And the cop is in there and Shriek. And it's like Shriek and Cletus love each other. I don't know if that's from the comics or not, but they super love each other.
But it's a sort of Joker Harley Quinn sort of relationship where they do love each other, but they're so deranged.
Well, that's in there, I guess, but this was the main problem. I'll say this and we're going to end the stream in a minute. I'll say this. This is the problem with modern movies. It is a tell movie. It's not a show movie. Mm-hmm. What that means, and Sean and I talk about this all the time, and Steve and I talk about this all the time. It's like they literally just say stuff. It's like, oh, look, Cletus is bad. We don't see any of his crimes. The way this should have started out was with Cletus and her, or just Cletus, killing somebody innocent, completely good person, innocent, to show that he's a complete asshole.
And if Cletus Cassidy killed this many people, why didn't you open the movie of him doing that?
Right, and then it could have been a flashback, and they capture him, and then now it's like, you know, a few years later, and he's gonna be on death row or something. But they don't do that. He's just a bad guy. It's like, well, why are you a bad guy, right? Like.
There's no like valid explanation. Like when you have in some movies, you have flashbacks, like what he actually's done. Like, but you don't really get to it. It's like he's done. He killed some people, but he didn't. You never showed any proof where he killed. No flashbacks, no that. So you're just saying he killed people. Now he's going on death row.
Yeah, it's like I need to see, because here's the thing: when you see innocent people actually dying, then that makes you angry. Then you hate the villain. See, like when Joker does crazy stuff, you're like, oh man, Joker's a bastard, and you have to see him do these things, because if you don't see him doing it, then you're just like, okay, I don't get it. It's just, he's always a bad guy. Why? Well, because we said so.
Yeah, anyways. With Joker, they always get Joker right because he kills.
They always do, yeah.
Yeah, like even in the Joker film, he kills hundreds and kills a lot of people.
Right, exactly. All right, guys, we're gonna end it off there. Thank you. I will probably be back Saturday, if not Sunday, but I'm gonna try for Saturday if we can. And that's it. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's out there in the States, and we will see you next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.